Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and today I'm going to be attempting a 13 boss run of Minecraft. I'm doing this using the Boss Blitz add-on, which adds 10 brand new bosses, so add that to the free mobs in Minecraft that have boss bars, and we are in for a fun time. I genuinely don't have a good idea of how long this will take, but I figured it'd be a fun thing to try, because now, as of the next update, you will no longer have this flag of having to disable add-ons. I think more people are going to be inclined to try this, and I genuinely don't know if I could give you a good time frame of how long it would take, so why not find out by actually diving into it? This is a brand new world on a random seed, because that's how we roll, and we're gonna see if we can blitz some bosses. I was gonna say blitz some bosses, but it's definitely blitzing the bosses. Let's blitz floss. It's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, I'll leave a link to this in the description if you are curious, but let's roll into it right now. So the thing that's gonna be very useful to us is this. I figured it would have loaded by now, so I guess we'll chop down a tree instead. It's this thing that I'm using to punch a thing. Yeah, once an add-on initializes, it usually gives you some form of guide, and in this case, it is this wonderful guide book. This is going to allow us to know how to fight every individual boss, so if we get lost and confused, we can use that as a guide, and for the most part, I'd say most of these bosses aren't going to be, significantly easier to fight than any of the regular ones, except for maybe the Pillager Leader, because we need to fight a raid anyway, and so the raid is going to be my first boss, and then we'll go straight for a second boss of this, and see if we can't take down a Pillager King. Should be a lot of fun. I keep calling him a Pillager King. He's the Pillager Leader. He's not necessarily in a feudal system of government, but yeah, it's gonna be some fun. Let's go into this one. So, by the way, Superman Gaming, congratulations on your 900-day survival world. That is incredibly exciting, if you ask me. And yeah, I unalived some bosses, as the TikTokers would say. You know, it's a funny thing. We always talk about the idea of isn't it great that we live in a world of no censorship? But people are very worried about censorship so much that we stopped saying dead and killed. And so are we actually in a world without censorship? Is the deep part of that. The less deep part of that is actually that I think unalived is significantly funnier than killed, right? I know it's fun to make fun of too, but I also feel like more euphemisms for serious things are always fun to me, because I know it's the reason I'm against banning swearing, because if you say some swear words aren't allowed, we're just gonna invent swear words that are, you can't prevent the creation of bad words. And so it's probably at least better that we all understand what the bad words are. So yeah, my first goal is to go to a pillager outpost, because that's... Oh my god, I've tried and drowned already. Great start. My first goal is to go to a pillager outpost, because that'll get me a goat horn for the moose shark, and that'll also get me a... that should also get my... help me get a ominous bottle for starting the raid, and indeed the Pillager Leader, which should get us off to a very good start. I am hoping that's how that works, at least. Also, you can censor chat, but can you censor Toy Cat, says Jade in Ogden? I think the phrase for what it is we do on these live streams is stream of consciousness, and I don't think your stream of consciousness should be censored. I've learned, if you're going to share it with people, you definitely should. But I genuinely think it's really cool to say, let's try and cut off as few ideas as possible. Let's put as few things off limits as possible. And I think it's actually more handy to do that. By the way, this might just be a... No, never mind. I thought it was an almost perfectly complete portal. But there's nothing we can do about that, so we're just not going to. We are going to have a nice piece of protection armor. That'll be handy if we do fight any sharks. And we're also going to climb this tiny hill here, because it looks like there might be something on the other side. Nothing of interest to me, at least. And so we could use this lava with our one piece of iron we've got so far and just go immediately to the Nether. That's usually the go-to, but weirdly, I don't think it's going to help me as much as it usually would today. There's not enough gear in there that will be amazingly useful, and so instead, we'll go looking. Also, I think that's iconic, Sir Toy Cat. Not even at 5 minutes, and we're talking about the ethics of censorship. Oh god. Okay, let's get it back onto more normie stuff. So I wanna defeat some bosses today. I wanna make sure that they are unalived, real good and proper. And I think that I think that to properly align 13 bosses, all of these plus the pillagers, the wyvern, the ender dragon, It does take a decent amount of lining up, and so I've tried to make a rough order that I put in the description to make sure that I get it as good as reasonably can be done. Because some bosses can be gotten to early in the game, but are probably quite too hard, even if I am lucky enough to do it. And some bosses are a little bit more, you know, like you need to find a structure for the Amethyst Golem, but the Amethyst Golem is pretty easy to cheese, for example. So if we know what we're doing, and I certainly hope I do, that might be a great thing. So yeah, since we're looking for pillager outposts, we're not finding any. Let's use everyone's favorite advantage technique, which is turning up the render distance. Things get laggy for a split second. That is true. But in exchange, we get so much from it. Also, we're taking sugarcane because at some point I'm probably going to be flying around the world. I think the Shulker King is like 7th or 8th on my list. And so I'm going to want to fly after I get an Elytra. And fireworks are required to do precisely that. Okay, so any sign of anything, chat? No. Over there, I bet there's a village. Yeah, it's one of those things that I only see now of the high render distance, but that's definitely the best direction to head. Oh, a pale garden. Wow. Should the creaking count as a boss? There's a question for you. Also, what do you think about the Better on Bedrock dynamic world, says Daniel Carter? Oh, I'm so excited for Poggy is Lit releasing it. It's a shame it came out while I was gone in Canada. But it's, you know, I'm really, really happy for Poggy's Lit's success with it so far. I hope that they continue to do great in the future. But yeah, I think what's really cool about it is how much it's customized the world, given the current confines. You know, chat, I've got this thing in me. This is an example of why I need to slightly self-censor. So I made a prediction in a video last week, and I was like, I really hope that Mojang comes back and does this, just for me personally. And I got confirmation that they're going and doing it, but I don't think it is public information yet. I think it'll be public at Minecraft Live. But I'm so excited, chat, and I'm like, you know, but if I say it, I have this thing that I would like to share and that people would like to hear, but there is a reason that I cannot say that thing. And so why is that, you know, are those things good? Is the world better or worse if we all censor slightly more? Those are questions we will ignore for now. Okay, so I'm going to put the guidebook away because I'm not going to be using it for a bit. And we also are going to consider, do I need anything from the Pale Garden? I think I want to have the cool looking blocks. I think it's going to be worth a slight diversion for that. And also it's on a hill, so it'll give me a nice little 360 of the area. Gonna be great. Also, I like when Toycat causes viewers chat in videos. When I hear it, I'm like, yeah, it's me. I am also a part of the amorphous blob known as chat. Yeah, I did it accidentally in the Let's Play today. Also, good to see you, Dasher. How are you doing on this wonderful Monday evening? I'm having... Oh, what is this? We should check the cave for, just in case it has any sign of a geode. I don't suspect it will, but it's very well lit, so let's give it a peek. And even if we don't find it, we'll go up to stone. Do you see anything down there, chat? Okay, yeah, I'll go pick up some torches, because those are going to be useful. And I should have made some preparation for a bed, but I do know where a village is, so I'll be just fine in the end, I bet. So stone tools now, just so we can't accidentally make a mistake on that. Grab myself a stone pickaxe, and then mine 3 of these to make an axe. I'm not going to go for a sword yet. I think that's, you know, it's always my go-to maneuver of, like, a stone axe is basically a wooden sword, but it also chops down wood very good. And yeah, then we'll pick up a few pieces of coal. And ideally, I would have also picked up a piece of iron while I was in here. But I'll accept that that has not happened, and that cannot happen. And... yeah, I wish there was a geode down there. It would have made my first boss a very, very easy one indeed. But, you know, geodes are rare for a reason, and that's what makes the boss some fun. So, yeah, chat, how are you doing on this fine day? I'm having a good one. I feel like I recently kind of realized I need to re-measure what it is that allows me to define if I am doing good. Like, you know, when I first started YouTube, basically the metric that could define success is how many videos are you making, and are those videos good and / or well received. And I think that are those videos good / well received is still an important part of it. But how many has certainly changed. And also there's so many other things I have to do on a day-to-day basis that aren't making a video directly. That's like, well, I can't. How do I work out how to measure feeling good or bad about those? I used to really stress in the early days, like, oh yeah, like every time I'm like, you know, like just hanging out on a call with some YouTuber people, that's like time I'm not doing YouTube effectively. A productivity crisis, if you really want to call it that. And so yeah, I think today I had a day where I didn't hit a normal metric, but I'm like, but I feel really good about other metrics. I'll see how that feels later. But yeah, it's been a good day, chat. So cat, oh god, what? Where and why? See, wooden sword / stone axe, perfect tool for the situation. I am gonna just grab some pale oak, and I'm gonna get out of here before it gets dark, because I hear it's pretty spooky in here at those times of day. And oh, it's a big pale garden. It's kind of fun to me that, yeah, after the, oh yeah, this is real fun to me. I forgot after the, I think the most recent Bedrock update, 1.21.60, they really scaled up the number of pale gardens that exist. And I didn't realize just by how much, I guess. So I'm going to try and break some of these trees from the top to see if they've got a creaking. I think that's a bad idea. I think I'd actually be better off just waiting. To see if maybe a creaking... Yeah, I think you wait for a creaking to appear first, and then you go for them later. But otherwise, let's see what else is around. I see a jungle, but I already had a jungle. And I guess we are just going for that savannah. So let's make the ballsy call of making some torches. I said I was picking up coal, and I picked up one batch of it. But let's just look down there, see if we've got anything happening that's good. So I don't see a creaking yet, which is a potentially great sign. I think that's a creeper. Yes, it is. So I'm just going to make some planks in front of them. And, oh, chat, there was a creeper behind me at the same time there was a creeper in front of me. There was nothing I could have done about it. Rep. Also, oh no, that is making me lag by going through that. Also, yeah, I am procrastinating today. I don't want to scoop the litter box. I thought you had children, not cats, addon, Sony. Is your litter box of the... You're not... Also, how did I not see that before? Isn't that crazy how that just vanished in the day? So I do need to go back and get my stuff, by the way, chat. I do need to do that. It's not an option. Mostly because of the fact that it has the book in there. I can make another book, but like, you know, it's not easier to in any meaningful way. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to check to see if there's a pillager outpost here. And if there's not, we'll go there. And if there's still nothing from there, then the game is cursed and doesn't want me to be successful. Going for the savannah, hey, I guess that means it's time for a song. Time indeed. Also, I'm subscribed to this middle-aged guy that cleans, Midwest Magic Cleaning, and his cat's names are Moose and also Moose. Yeah, I like subversive titles for things. I got really tempted. I found out like there were 2 songs from a band of the same name, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I just go ahead and do something that I've been hinting for a while? Why don't I just name... I've been wanting to make more Let's Plays. Why don't I just upload it with the title Minecraft Let's Play? And then upload another video the day after and also call it Minecraft Let's Play. And then the day after, Minecraft Let's Play again. I think it's a really good idea, chat. I really had to talk myself out of it. Because you know, that's a classic example of like, you know, those videos could be as good as anything. But you better believe they're not going to be hitting the spot that you want from people. Okay, so what happened to the video of you collecting every single trim, says Onumama. So I released it for a premiere, just to like let people like see what they thought of it. I was really on the fence about the video, and I felt after the premiere like, yeah, this was a great first draft. Maybe members can see it later, but we could do better. We should do better. It took like weeks to put together, and there's a sunk cost. Also, I'm gonna starve if I don't eat at least one of these pigs. There's like a sunk cost fallacy in that, I think, sometimes. Oh, by the way, we're still heading for our pillager outpost. Oh, is that one over there? Or is that just a tree? It's probably just a tree. Statistically, it's just a tree. But, who's to say? Yeah, there's this real, like, I don't even know how to describe this. Like, it's the same reason that, like, sometimes streams are late, right? Is you if you're late for something, or you're late to deliver something, you feel in your head, this has to be great to justify why it is late. And then, because that is such a tall order, you don't make it great, and you don't even make it good enough. And so then you are even later, and then you think, this has to be even better. And so, yeah, that's a video that's like so many hours of work. And I literally don't want to look at it anymore, chat. I was just like, yeah, I think this is something, if you've ever like published a book or worked on a big project for long enough, there's a moment where you just have to be like, I'm done. It's over. I'm never looking at this thing again. If the public want to enjoy it, that's on them. But I think I did that prematurely. So we put it in the premiere so you could kind of watch it like a live stream. And then we're going to take that feedback and we're going to hopefully make a better video. It's still, I think it was like good. I think it was like a 7 out of 10. But I think like, no, after all this effort, it has to be a 10 out of 10. Or at the very least a 9 out of 10, right? And so that's why I'm going to, despite my internal body screaming at me like, no, that means you're going to have to do stuff with it again. Because, you know, I was thinking about this today because I was looking back at the Caveman series. I think there's this, like, the most, like, soul-crushing thing you can do is work really hard on something. And then people are like, this will look better if you didn't work hard on it, actually. And indirectly, that's what you get on YouTube sometimes. Like, I think one of the hardest things for me to accept emotionally is like, oh yeah, the right video to upload in a given moment is almost always Minecraft news. Mostly because this is a Minecraft news channel. I feel like I'm good at knowing what angle to take on news, etc., etc. But yeah, I'm spilling all the beans on this one now. Now you know why that video is there. So Toycat, how do I start Forever World? Hit create new world and then don't delete it, and now you're good. You're welcome. I made a decent long form video on that. I'm thinking maybe I should make a shorter form one. But also don't let perfect be the enemy of good though. Yeah, I think a lot of people let perfect be the enemy of like fine. or like even like let perfect be the enemy of great. So yeah, I'm gonna, given that the video, I feel like for a lot of people, like, even though it was like, yeah, almost a month in the making, I feel like a lot of people probably didn't even know it was there. So hopefully, besides the people who watched the premiere, or maybe saw the thumbnail, also that guy is wearing my stuff. That is not what I wanted at all. Okay, so I'll just pick up all of this, eat some nice melon slices. Oh no, he's coming to me. He's got my, you know, I'll stone pickaxe him to death. Then I'll get my chest plate back. There we go. Okay, so a little bit of a negative speed thing there, but we will be great nonetheless, as long as another creeper doesn't blow me up right now. Okay, perfect. So I don't need these blocks, and I didn't see a creaking, so there's no point me being in here. Let's go find a pillager outpost. I always am amazed, like, when you don't need a pillager outpost, it feels like they're everywhere. When you do need one, it feels like they're nowhere. That much has to be said. But we're gonna find one. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a wonderful time. And I forgot to bring a bed with me from the village. Let's hope it's just not getting dark anytime soon. Okay, so get the food out and then get the planks out. Yeah, there we go. Good to go. So infallible Forever World advice is Loco Home Slice. Yeah, I really I even did a video, I did a video on Lovestar's channel about this too, or did a video with them. I wasn't exclusively on their channel. It's something I would love to talk all day, every day about. But I also feel like there's no way you don't know, right? Like I feel like I feel like a phony for giving the advice of like, yeah, literally just make the world. And then when you want to start a new world, don't go back to your existing world. Think about why it is that you're not going in that world, and deal with that. You know, what problems are you trying to escape in a new Minecraft world? I guess is what I'm asking. I'm silly behind on Toycat uploads. My biggest crime yet. That's terrible. Mods, can we censor Jaden Ogden for this terrible opinion? Okay, so let's quickly minimize this so I can see more of chat. I honestly don't know how I'd condense such a huge amount of footage and not end up with a simple compilation / highlight reel. Yeah, it's I think it's a challenging one to know what you're going into. So anyway, hello everyone. Also, good evening, cat lover. I missed your tip 16 minutes ago. I hope you're still here. Happy Monday to you too. Man, it has been... I think it's cool that we have a little community here. And I am quite happy that it has lasted as long as it has. I kind of like... I get this like strong feeling of like, oh yeah, people know that we do the survival stuff here. But I also feel like no one actually like gets it, right? Also, I keep trying to start Forever Wild and failing. What are you failing at, Shaniator Wiggy? Can you tell me? Can you like actually break it down for me? Because I genuinely don't know that I understand. Also, hi Cat. What's the plan for this stream? Says Chase Jimmy, Minnesota. So the plan for this stream, to put it simply, is to defeat as many of the 13 bosses in Minecraft's base game and boss blitz as we humanly can. And we're going to start that by looking for a pillager outpost. So keep in mind, each of these bosses are meant to be like a Minecraft scale boss with, you know, like locational challenge requirements to match, but also rewards to match, in my opinion. And so this first one is requiring us to get an ominous bottle, but we haven't been very successful in finding it. Maybe we should have done set seed for the sake of keeping this easy, but it's fine. But yeah, I've only uploaded a single video, and it's how to disable a crappy AMD driver. I hate it, but I get a comment saying how much they appreciate it every couple of weeks. Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm amazed at one of the hardest things to do is to like actually understand that bad things can be useful and great things can be useless. The biggest example of that to me is when I was like first starting YouTube, there was a YouTube channel that would regularly, every time they did a GoFundMe, because they were like really controversial, like showing you supported them was showing you supported like, I don't know, big values we all cared about. But they would get like $200,000 to like GoFunded me to go and start a new YouTube series. And then out of that money, you would see 6 YouTube videos that got like 1,000 views each. And it's like, oh yeah, everyone thinks they care about this. They say they care about it, and they'll talk about how great it is, but they won't watch it. they have no you know, like you know, I'm sure if you put it in front of their face, they'd be like, yeah, of course. But they're not actively going out of their way to seek it. Whereas, I don't know, I think everyone says that I think everyone thinks that TikTok is bad, or that, you know, I think Twitter might be the good example of that now. Like, I think most people on the site, probably myself included, are like, yeah, this isn't good for me or anyone really. I don't know what's going on with this, but I'm still there, right? There's both ends of the spectrum. Ideally, you can work out how to be both enjoyable, something people actively want, seek into their life, but also good, something that they are glad they brought into their life. Who's to say if that's a hard you know thing to nail down? Also, yeah, we are still looking for a pillager outpost. Do you like it when I do these streams in like the raw and like actually correct way, chat? I feel like it's the way I want to do it, but I realize sometimes I'm like, you know, this is a long wait to get to our first boss in a boss speedrun. I hope you can forgive it. I hope you can forgive and understand why that is. So, Twitter was never good ever. Well, that's incorrect too, right? You can't... You're overcorrecting on that one, I think. I've met so many great people on Twitter. Maybe not as much anymore. But yeah, I thank Twitter for a lot of connections in my life. Like, we're literally playing Boss Blitz. I know about Agent Mindstorm, who does have YouTube and stuff too, but I know about Agent Mindstorm because of Twitter. And were it not for him, we'd be, we would not be doing this right now. We'd be doing a free boss speedrun, and we wouldn't be able to fight things under the ocean. Actually, I would say the same is basically true about Damn Drop Props. A little bit different story, but still. I don't know, KMB too. I feel like there's a lot of people who I got to interact with because of Twitter. The weird sales pitch on Twitter is like, so I think the biggest social media is Facebook, maybe YouTube, depending on how you measure it. Great job, Mr. Cat. Boss Blitz is amazing. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, so the reason I expected to release it and be like, well, this is my vision. Hopefully people like it. You know, maybe like some people from the channel will or something. But it's been so successful inside and outside the channel. No, not my boat. Okay, thank you for my boat. That I figured like, okay, you know, even though it wasn't in the plans, let's make an update to it. Let's actively change, you know, not just do bug fixing and like basic support. That's always going to be there. Let's actively make the add-on better. But one of the things that I think is important if we're going to be able to make an add-on better is to understand how it fits in the current gameplay, you know, curve and gameplay loops and stuff. And so what we're going to do is play it right now. There's a few bosses I'm going to be particularly looking at, but also I'm thinking right now, like, you know, even though this is meant to be bosses, it'd be nice to have an early game boss, just so you have one to fight, right? Like, that is actually, that could be pretty useful if I could kill something and I would get something fun for it. Even if it's just so that you can load it up on a new world and have something to fight, or be on an existing world where you haven't gone that far yet. I think late game progression is always going to be the name of the game with things that I want in Minecraft. But, you know, starting on a brand new world from scratch is a little eye-opening on that one. And so similarly, yeah, I'm going to be looking at a lot of mobs to see how it is that they are affected. So have I grabbed a bed yet? I have not. I am so bad at grabbing the only thing I specifically want from here. But now we are going to do it. So we'll grab the bread. We'll put the pale moss carpet away. That seems actually like it might be useful somewhere. And then we'll put the dandelion away. And, yeah, that's okay. You know, I tried to inventory manage chat, but I am a hoarder. I am willing to admit. So I'll just take the yellow bed that I have, and I'll make it a good bed. I mean, I feel like yellow is a fine bed color, but I would much prefer a blue bed. Looks like I stole it from the Arctic. And let's go. So if they had a horse here, actually, that's another nice thing I'd like. So I was going through my X account, and I found a Q&A Saturday question I asked back in 2015. Yeah, so the original, like, sales pitch on Twitter is not a bad one. Of like, so most social media, the biggest ones like Facebook, etc., they basically want to be everything to everyone. Whereas Twitter always had a smaller user base. But it was, I don't know, like, the goal was that you don't follow people because you know them and that's it. You follow people because you want to. I don't know, like, you could, if you want to be really, like, negative about it, you'd be like, oh yeah, it's influencer Facebook or something like that. But actually, like, that's what I wanted. I wanted to keep up with YouTubers outside of YouTube before community posts. Twitter was perfect for that, actually. If I'm being totally honest with myself. Plural, apparently. Okay, so grab the food. I was hoping to find a horse here or something, but I haven't found one yet. But we'll keep moving. So, yeah, I think Twitter was good at some point. I don't even think, I'm not one of those people who's like, oh yeah, the moment a billionaire owned it is when it got bad. Because it was a billionaire owning it before, it just wasn't 100 billionaire. And to be fair, 100 billion versus 1 billion is a huge wealth difference. But for some reason, we still use the same word. It reminds me of how people used to say millionaire to mean rich person. When it's like, yeah, that could just be someone who owns a house. If we're being technical about it. Or someone who owns, like, their own company. Putting that... I guess, like, it's just nice to have words that define... That, like, when you say them, people go, oh, yeah. I understand and agree with what you're saying. But yeah, so I think Twitter was good at one point. I don't even think it got bad immediately just because someone else owned it. I think if I was to jump in the controversy pool, you know, we don't have we haven't found a pillager outpost. So to keep you entertained, I'm going to use controversies chat. I think the real controversy, like, because I think community notes genuinely made Twitter a better place. I think the moment the person who owned the site started to say, these community notes keep calling me out on lies, so I'm going to fix the system so they can't do that. That's when, that's my moment. I'm not particularly invested in, I feel like the The idea of the site becoming, this is a place where a billionaire gets to spread their feelings on the world, and people are like, down with that. That's where I draw the line, right? Like, I guess the difference between freedom of speech versus freedom of my speech but no one else's. Okay, so let's grab a helmet and let's grab an iron pickaxe. That's great. We are running out of slots for things, so I'm going to just throw this away. I don't need it. And I guess I could use the furnace to cook up my these, right? And if I needed to, you know what would go great in that furnace? A bunch of oak saplings. There we go. Nice. I'm 1,000 air. Hey, congratulations on being 1,000 air, Xavier. I had to make your name rhyme, apparently. That is actually a big deal, I think. I think that puts you in the top 50% for sure. Congratulations. You are one of the wealthy few now. I think, isn't that one of the most, like, shocking stats by itself? I think for a lot of people it's not shocking, but maybe it should be. The literal difference, if you could give people, like, if you gave everyone £1,000, that you would dramatically change the, you know, like, the fungibility, you know, the solvability of a lot of problems. It's kind of interesting to me. Anyway, I'm a minus $11 net. Hey, congratulations, Addon Sony. You're doing substantially better than the average American, I believe. You know, I always hear the stat that the average American's worth a negative amount. I don't know if that's true. I feel like the average American can't be more in debt than they have assets. I bet you have to be not including, like... Because, you know, here's something interesting. If you actually count all the stuff you own, everyone actually has thousands of dollars. Like, that sounds like I'm being like, oh, yes, look at me, I know. But it's like, yeah, everyone has thousands of dollars of stuff. But you don't see your stuff as an asset. Should you see your stuff as an asset? Would that change your, like, viewpoint? Like, when you buy a phone, it's not worth $1,000 anymore, but it is worth maybe $300. If you wanted to sell your $300 worth of phone and buy a $100 one, that is $200 you can make appear from thin air in exchange for, you know, I don't know, I guess you can do that of anything. Like, if you're willing to sell your nice sofa, if you have a nice sofa, or your TV, and replace it with a terrible version, you can immediately create money out of a thing that exists. You'd be surprised a lot more people have more debt than assets. I would love to, I have to look into the methodology of it. But I think a lot of people have more debts than assets. You can be asset rich, but cash poor. Yeah, that's one of the most interesting arguments of our time, is how should we treat those people who have lots of stuff, who are worth lots of money, but don't have the ability to spend it. Because I think being asset rich, cash poor is kind of where most people will naturally end up if you give a lot of money, because money is much better used to buy stuff than cash, right? Oh, even if you think about it this way, like, I bet I'd be willing to put some money down that there are people worth $1 billion that have, like, 20 grand in their, you know, like, actual liquid cash. Maybe a little bit more, like, under a mattress somewhere, but anyway, you know, I'm asset poor and cash poor. Oh, that's the dream right there. In America, debt is money, credit score is system stuff. Oh, if you want to get really deep on debt being money, like, if anyone has any money on them right now, it will vary based on your country, but I know in the UK at least, if you read it out, it'll say, I promise to pay the bearer on demand the, you know, £10, right? That's what your money actually is. Money itself, physical cash, the thing that we consider to be money, is actually debt. Our whole economy is trading on this idea, not that you have something, but that you have, you know, you have the ability to buy favors from someone else. You have someone else owes you £10, and that is worth so close to £10 if you trust people to pay it back, that you basically have £10. But you don't actually need to, you know, like, I think everyone feels sick when they think of the idea of, like, millions of pounds being sat in a gold vault somewhere, not helping the economy or whatever. But it's like, yeah, that's not how it works. People who are rich with large amounts of debt from other people, admittedly. But, like, it's not that functionally different, but it is psychologically very different that you actually own debt and not money. Legal tender in the US. Yeah, the thing that gives your value money is the fact that you can use it to repay your debt to the government. And I guess, I could be wrong if it's, I'm pretty sure that civil contracts, so between two people, me and you, I think our debt can be enforced with money too. Like if YouTube owes me money, they have to pay it with legal tender. Or rather, if they pay with legal tender, I have to accept it. By the way, what is this world? I have never gone this far and not found a pillager outpost. Am I playing the pillager outpost list update? I haven't found anything really, right? Like, no temples, no. I guess that's Minecraft. It's totally fine. It's really cool though. Like this is a nice world. It's a shame this is so far from spawn. I feel like this is like the dream spawn for so many people. This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. Hey, wow, that's exactly what I was implying, but it's literally in the words there. Dazed and confused. So yeah, your money isn't money. Your money is debt. Because we live in a world of debt. Because we worked out that if everyone is in debt, that is genuinely... It feels like a fabrication, but everyone is wealthier when everyone is in debt than if everyone, like, has money. Right? Like, if, it's... I don't know. Like, I think you start to dive into the world of fractional reserve banking and, like, why why it is that, like, what is it? The velocity of money that leads to that being true. And you start to get into made-up terms very quickly. But if everyone has debt, we are better off than when everyone has money. And you just have to trust that makes sense. You just have to trust that you actually you have someone else's debt there, and it's all great. How do I tip 1 gold coin? You could tip the value of 1 gold coin, and I could promise the next time I'm in a place where I can buy gold. Actually, you know, I don't know if I buy gold. I think I buy silver. No, yeah, I guess I could buy gold too. You could tip the value of 1 gold coin, and I'll buy it the next time I'm in a place where I can buy it without tax. Actually, no, yeah, gold is tax-free in the UK. It's silver that's not tax-free. But yeah, I could do it. That's the excuse I'm going to give to the bank. I owe money, so you should be happy. I'm not paying interest yet. Well, you owe them debt, though, right? That's the actual... If you really... Like, your debt to them is you owe them 10,000 of debt. Like, you owe them... Someone else, they borrowed money from someone else. Someone gave them a debt. Someone indebted the bank to them so that the bank can debt themselves to you. And okay, it's harder to like grasp, and that's probably the biggest reason against doing it. But it makes everyone richer, and that's the biggest argument for doing it. And I've got to admit, I like one of those arguments more than the other. So let's just go to bed. Oh wow, it's right there. Did anyone see that before just now? I haven't made a shield yet, but I do have 2 iron things, so I can just go for it. Let's go, chat. Okay. So, first boss is happening very soon. Hopefully 2 bosses. I'm hoping we get 2 ominous bottles. It's surprisingly common on Bedrock to get to. If we don't, that sucks. We'll have to pick. Actually, we could probably get both if we... Yeah, if we activate the raid and then also kill a villager after the raid is active, I think we can get both bosses, chat. Can we do both bosses with what we've got right now? Let's focus on one issue at a time, shall we? So first things first, make a shield. That's going to be an essential. No doubt about it. Put the shield in the offhand and some edible food in the main hand. Easy peasy. Then I'm obviously going to have to go for a sword. I don't love making a stone sword. I'd love to have iron by now. But I didn't get iron. This is what I got. How hard is it to make an add-on, says Lego Show TV? Depending on how you do it. I think the official way is most people can wrap their heads around. For the marketplace, it's really, really, really tight rules. You would be surprised, I guess. Okay, so like I'm really, really glad I work with such talented people. Because the requirements for working within JavaScript are much tighter. Okay, so let's go. Come fight me. Ow. Oh, he's bad at aiming. He's not bad at aiming. Okay, go, go, go. Let's get in, let's get out. So I was hoping there'd be an iron golem who could help me here. But there's just a bunch of pillagers instead. Which is theoretically useful, but... maybe practically less so. Go, 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 ouch! Ooh. Perfect. He didn't drop his crossbow, but he didn't kill me. So I see one pillager with a banner up there. I was hoping for a second, but I will accept a single one. And I think I'm just going to climb up for him. I think that is the less painful way to get this done. And so that is the way it's going to happen. So just a nice little staircase up here. Should be good. Ooh, yeah, they are excited to hurt me. But we'll just keep going. Come again. No! Come do it again. Yeah, I'll just let them hit each other. This is working out great for me. If you could just keep doing what you're doing, I would have no issues with that. Yeah, I'm there. This is like double hurting them. They're hurting themselves and each other. But yeah, where's the guy with the banner? Did he just jump down? I don't see him anymore. So one more and he's gone. Perfection. So in here, well, we got not only enough iron for a bucket, but also the goat horn. We can go for a moose shark, chat, if you're feeling it. I would not be feeling it this early on. But we are ready for our first couple bosses. I'm about to make some spicy noodles. Pray for me, chat. I had someone say, like, you know what, Toy Cat, 15-minute bathroom breaks. I love that you do not give an F. That's why you're my favorite streamer. And I want to say, you know, just so you know, there is, as much as I would love to be the cool guy who just takes bathroom breaks because I'm showing, I'm like, you know, making some point with it. I did not have a choice about making those bathroom breaks that day. And that's why you should be careful about the spiciness of the food that you consume. It can go very poorly. But how did that shield not work? Go, 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 go. Okay, so let's finish off Mr. Pillager man over here. And it'll be good. Go, go. Go, go. Okay, ooh. That took a little bit of doing. But we're good now. So yeah, I actually got most of the pillagers down. And I've even got this banner, which I can then attach to my shield. I feel like, especially when I'm in a new world, this is my favorite, like, thing to do now. Also, it looks like it repairs the shield entirely. If I'm not mistaken, that's what's happening here. Yeah, it's... Oh, that repaired the shield. Did it? Did it actually? Oh, chat, I have found a secret. It looks so bad, too. I have found the worst secret possible. I don't know what I'm going to do with this secret, chat. Do I, like, how often do I need to repair banners anyway? Hopefully not that often. Okay, so let's eat. And then let's head back to the village we were just at. Oh, there's a jungle temple over there. Well, let's go there first, I guess. So after all this time of no structures, the game has decided I deserve structures. And I don't know what to do with all of them, to be honest with you. So let's just grab ourselves an alley. I'll give the alley something useful. Just take one of these, maybe. There we go. And now I've got an alley, chat. Hopefully. No, I don't. I've just lost the stake, is what's happened there. But, you know, it was a good idea in theory. Me when I'm in the UK and I get 3,000 years jail time because I gave my chicken apple. Is that... What, can you not feed chickens apple in the UK? You shouldn't feed them apple products, I guess. Also, I may be procrastinating finishing off my uni notes. Yeah, it's... I mean, it feels really good when you're done with things. But doesn't it feel good when you're 99% done? Because then you know that that done feeling is going to be coming for you soon. If you think about it, procrastination might be the best choice for you in this moment. You raised the stakes with that one, says TD Fresh. Thank you very much. High quality joke. Guys, that is a mistake, says Amanda Vixen. Yeah, that was a terrible mistake. Here we go, though. I'm in a jungle, and I'm going to break into this place. This is the best way to do it, by the way. Oh, wow. Perfect. I've also got some bones that... They're going to be more valuable than some of this stuff. I don't know what, though. Maybe the 4 jungle planks. And then we're just going to go check. Oh, is that a pillager? It's not. I could probably use this on a pillager, though, right? If any of them are coming for me still. They're not. Although, I need arrows, so this is great. I need some extra arrows. And I bet there's some in here. Yeah, there are. So I'm going to be probably attacking a moose shark soon. Just run through this. Run through there. What's this? 4 more trims. Great. Just what I need. You know, should we go for the earliest game trimmed armor that you've ever seen, chat? I think that's what the game is telling me to do right now. You know, I've got gold, iron, leather. I think it would all look better if it were trimmed. So let's just make a little journey across here now. Now let's do it. Also, yeah, do you think pillagers will be in the Minecraft movie and side with the illagers? I think the Legends lore is probably the base they're going to use. So I think the illagers will be in there, like, as a, oh, at some point kind of thing. Oh, did you see, chat, did you see Jeb responded to the leaks? And he's like, you know, even though from a business level it might be good, as developers we don't like it. And I thought that was really interesting to address that it's actually, it might be better for the business. Like, you know, in effect that the company wants the leaks even if the developers don't. And that is something I just hadn't heard said before. So let's feed this guy some bones. I would love to have a unique wolf to come with me on these adventures. That took me too many bones. And then let's drink this, I guess, and get it done. How do you plan to kill the warden, says Ola Simone Begert. I don't actually intend to. He's not a boss. That's my hottest Minecraft take. But the warden is just not... Even if the warden was a boss, he'd be the least interesting boss with the worst reward and the least reason to fight him. And so we can either conclude, wow, bad game design, or we can take the game design that the developers said, which is he's not meant to be a boss. He's meant to be a natural disaster. The point is that you don't want to fight him. You know, if the point was to fight him, yeah, you'd be doing a terrible job at that. But that isn't the point. Also, I hope my wolf comes with me. Okay, he does. Perfect. So, IBS Toycat is not going to catch on. I mean, I did get tips during those sections of the live stream, and so it is effectively getting paid to poop. But, yeah, I don't know. I much prefer getting paid to yap. This is a skill that I enjoy much, much more. And so it's the skill that I'm gonna stick with, that's for sure. Okay, so light you on fire too. I am probably gonna have to sleep before I do this village fight, but it'll go great anyway. Who says the warden is a he? Hashtag representation. Yeah, I think all Minecraft mobs are actually unisex. So the warden statistically is too. Unless that is to say that you don't want to have representation. You know, like a lot of people are upset that Snape is going to be black in the Harry Potter show. They're like, man, it makes the show more racist because Harry doesn't like him for no good reason. And you know, like the Lily betrayed her best friend just because, like, they're like reinterpreting the lore now that he is a different color. And it's like, oh yeah, maybe you would have been happier were this not the way that is done, right? I'm not gonna dive too deep into the Harry Potter stuff. I know for most people they want to pretend that they don't care about it, and I'm gonna let you have that pretend. Because I like pretending I don't care about things too. But yeah, what are the chances of finding a woodland mansion with no pillagers or illagers? I bet there's some chance. Oh no, actually, if it's got jigsaw blocks, I bet they're built into the structure. Oh, that's a really interesting question. Is there a fixed number of, like, totems per mansion? Yeah, because they generate with the jigsaw blocks. Certain rooms are just going to have evokers, like, in the build itself, I think. That's how that works. Okay, so we found the village. We're almost there. Let's just eat this up. Maybe replace this with a bed. Oh, where's my bed, chat? I left it. It's fine, though. It's a very minor mistake to make at this point. Let's go in there and start some fun. Lamau, what? This is the first I hear about this? Oh, you haven't heard? Yeah, they're making a Harry Potter TV show. Which, like, everyone says the movies are good. I do not like the movies as someone who likes the books. You know, if I have to say that's for solidarity reasons, I'll say it. Like, oh yeah, I just don't like the movies. You know, I don't want to support it. It's not. No, they're not good. I think the first movie was great because it introduced me to the world, so I like it for that. But the movies aren't great. Having a TV show with 7 series would be so much better. Like 10 hours to explain a story. Like actually show all the little side plots. Maybe even invent some extra side plots rather than what the movies did. You know, sorry. Anyway, Snape is black. That's it's an announcement. You know, it's the difference in how times were when the book was written versus how times are now it's being turned into a TV show, I guess. So where would I find a blacksmith chest, chat? I'm gonna need your. I don't wanna spell. Oh, not blacksmith chest. A blacksmith altogether. I don't wanna go through the effort of crafting one and waste my iron just to find out the village has one. But also, I don't feel like they're that common. Okay, I've got boots if I need them. Yeah, we're just gonna spend the iron. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. We're just gonna spend some iron. I'm gonna drop these on the ground, put that over there, craft one of these, put it in the center of the village, I guess. And there we go. Now, what blocks do I have to actually color things? I've got iron, but I really don't want to have to use that. I've got this one emerald. Yeah, I'll use that, sure. So we'll take this off. We'll put it in. And there we go. Look at this, chat. Isn't that nice? Yeah, gold armor. And I'll put something on my helmet too. Yeah, I guess I needed to get some like coal or some lapis or redstone. I could buy some of that actually. Yeah, if I'd have found the librarian first, I could have bought it. But I didn't, and now I can't. Anyway, let's drink and let's start our first boss. You excited, chat? I'm excited. I shouldn't be excited. I've only got 13 arrows in my weapon over here. But this is gonna go well, I'm sure. So I have to kill one villager. Wait, are there not enough villagers here for it to be considered a village or something? There's a guy over here. Oh wait, my effect is running away. Oh, it's Raid Omen, we're fine. Okay, so definitely gonna replace this with dirt, and we're gonna hope the raid goes well. But yeah, now the raid has started, we're gonna kill a villager. Unorthodox strategy. Maybe I was meant to do it during the raid Omen, actually. You know, it's fine. I'll do a raid first. I think I was meant to do it during the raid Omen. Let me confirm. This is a good time to be. Ah, it was during raid Omen. Yep, my bad. I thought I could like have my cake and eat it too, but if I did, I would have lost that. So I'm gonna now use my sword to disembowel some pillagers. Maybe I should make the iron sword at this point. Maybe I should commit to doing that. Oh, we're getting emeralds. Every time we get emeralds, I can use them to make my armor prettier. So put this on there, that in there, and there we go. Look at me, chat. I am the hero of the village that I've always wanted to be. So I'm also going to make some leggings. I like the Lego sets and the rides and stuff at Universal. I even have the Hogwarts Lego castle. Also, did you see that? It looked like it was trimmed. So weird. So let's just go get a couple more pieces of emeralds, if we can. I assume... Oh, yeah, look at this. Perfect. Oh, we didn't even need those leggings. We just crafted them, but they're already out of date. Fine. That works. How do we find the last guy, chat? This is the one downside of raids. The big downside of raids. It just doesn't work. Just taste the ramen broth. Jesus Christ, it's spicy. Yeah, I feel like it's really easy to make food spicier. But once food is spicy, you've just got to live with it. That's the craziest truth I think that exists. There is no fixing too spicy. It is just gonna be too spicy till the day you die. You know, you're gonna have your. Oh, damn it! Yep. You're just gonna have that, and it's gonna be how it is now. Also, wow, I was gonna make an iron sword. I'm glad I didn't. Okay, raid wave 2. If it's too much, add peanut butter. Nope, there's no way to undo it, I said, Chantal. There's nothing that can be done about spiciness in food. It's just the way it is. So let's now take this, and let's give it a nice little upgrade. Make some lovely leggings. Honestly, I think it is kind of nice to add trims to your early game armor. As stupid as it looks, this is me. You know, look at this. I am the killer of pillagers. Okay, so let's go kill some more. I can't hold that title unless I actively kill a pillager or two every now and then. So this will be boss number 1, by the way. So that's the good news. That's the great news, I might even say. So let's just knock you into this hole. Yep, that's where you can stay. The golem can go and get you, and then that way he can survive this whole thing. This over here is an evoker? No, yeah, vindicator. Very scary guys. Do not like the way they exist. Please, dog, do more than that. Okay, we're doing fine. Also, they'll drop iron boots too. Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah, like finish up my iron gear. If I do find another guy with that, that'd be nice. I bet they all went, yeah, they went down here. So I'm just gonna shoot them from up here. They're gonna make it tricky. I think I shoot them one time. It gets easier to shoot them in remaining times because they're gonna have to stand exactly where they think they can shoot. Oh no, maybe not. Oh no, I lied about how easy this would be. Okay, there goes my bow. Yeah, come get me. I just want your boots. He doesn't even have boots. It's weird. Usually I get too many crossbows. I think this is a rare situation where the number of crossbows I've been giving is inadequate. I wish I had more. So what's your educational guess on how long it will take you to kill 13 bosses? I'm guessing about 6 hours, Polly E. If I had to guess from the get-go. But if I make that guess, that makes me think it's going to be more like 10. I think I've always been off on my predictions. And so, yeah, I think if we're leveling with ourselves, probably slightly longer than we expect it to take. Yeah, I really messed up using my Pillager bottle. Not waiting. I didn't let the Raid Omen finish. And so now I need to go get a second bottle just to do this thing. But that's okay. I already messed up other things. So, also our idiot land surveyors walked through our fenced yard and got mad at us because our dog was in said fenced in yard and jumped on him. Like, dude, you walked into the dog area and you're mad the dog was there. You know, I want to take the contrary position on this one. I think one of my radical you know how like people get old and they get like, you know, like all sorts of like backwards views. My backwards view is on dogs. I used to be like, oh yeah, well like, you know, I'm a cat person, but other people can have dogs. Like you can like whatever you like. I've slowly become a no. I do not like it when you have a dog because your dog will jump at me aggressively. And then you're gonna be like, yeah, I think that's cute, but then your dog always wants to lick my face, and it's like, you know what? Can you train your dog not to do that, please? Yeah, your dog would be a real delight to be around if it didn't do this one thing, and it keeps doing this one thing. So I don't know if you can train dogs. I feel bad asking you to, but I feel like you know, you never have a cat that like viciously bites your guests and goes like, you know, sneers at them, etc. You get cats that either like people or you get cats that stay away from people. It's great. I imagine if I brought my kids around to your house and then they're like, oh yeah, they just like to destroy an appliance or two every time they're here, and you hear some smashing as they break the oven door, and you're like, oh, it's just what they do. You know, we would ban kids if that's what happened, or you would at least ban them around your friends. I don't like that dogs have become cool because I think they are a lot of work, and I think like I think anything that is a lot of work being cool, but without the work being cool, is like a danger to society. I'm sure people thought that way about like kids in the 70s or something though. But still, also a cat can decide it likes you just because it's Monday. Dogs are loyal to the owner. So no, dogs are loyalish to the owner. Just because I like what you're going for here. Your vibe of the okay. So okay. Can these? Oh, you lose trims when you. Okay, that's useful to know. Throw those on the ground, and those on the ground, and I don't know how I picked up the sandstone again, but my dog has dealt with this fight for me perfectly. There we go. Wonderful. That was childhood in the 80s. Says Webspy. You know, maybe I'd be anti-child. I'd be like, just get a cat. You know, a child can decide it likes you based on the day of the week, but a cat is always loyal. You know, my baby kitty, that cat treats everyone who came into her home as an intruder. She's mellowed out these days, though, says Jenny Nobody. Yeah, there's I respect a cat like that. You know, I fully respect that cat's rights to say that everyone it comes into contact with is actually the problem and it's doing great. Fully respect the cat's right to believe that. So we should have like a boss counter on the screen, huh? Maybe we should have a timer too. What do you reckon about those ideas, chat? I kind of just wanted to roll into this first and ask questions later. Where is it? Speaking of asking questions. You did not lose the trim on the trousers. Oh, you're right. Man, Minecraft is broken, huh? Sorry, that doesn't need to be said when we're playing the Bedrock version of the game. But I still feel compelled to say it anyway. Oh, here's an interesting question. Do you think my existing world that has achievements disabled will have those achievements undisabled when the update comes out? Where are you? Okay, I'll go to sleep first. I'll ask questions later. This is not there's not enough beds in this village, but I will use one of the few beds I do find. Not this one apparently, and we will solve it there. Also, ooh, please buy hay bales. Please buy hay bales. Oh, it's not the update yet. I'm ahead of my time. Oh, 2 wandering traders. Wait, 3 wandering traders? Do you think this is a bug? Do I need any of these things? It's so rare that you get the emeralds, right? But I could buy a mangrove propagule if I wanted one. That's kind of nice to know. So, poor Wolfie is sad. Nah, the wolf's doing great. My unpopular opinions, I don't like pets, and the only cats I like are Toy and Beanie. You know, first of all, thank you very much for excluding us from your bigotry. Second of all, I don't think that is too unpopular of an opinion. I think there are some opinions that are so monstrous that people don't express them. But, the problem is that when people don't express those monstrous opinions, oh, feel bad about that one, chat. Well, the good news is, he won't be jumping up at any guests anytime soon. You know, I've got to practice what I preach, and that's what I'm doing here on this channel. You're welcome, internet. You're welcome. So there's now 2 mobs remaining when there was 1 yesterday. It definitely was 1 mob remaining yesterday, right? Like, I'm not imagining that. That is just the real situation. Is he down here somewhere? He's gotta be. There's no way he's not, but I don't see any sign of him. Yeah, maybe he's in a cave somewhere. It's moments like this you feel like you need spectator. And I feel like any moment that you need spectator is a bad moment. Also, I should point out it's my landspaver who's doing my neighbor's houses. I don't know what he... Oh, sorry, what? It's not your landspaver, it's doing something. Okay, then you're not... Yeah, I think that's entirely justified on the logic of, like, you shouldn't be in my space ever. If you want to have a landmine in your property, I think that's entirely within your rights, addon Sony. I think it's not within your rights to invite people over and be like, that's just my landmine, don't mind him. You're allowed to step on him, just don't step on him too hard. I would take issue with that. I would, but yeah, otherwise, you know, ring the bell. Oh, Ruby Doo, ringing the bell does not work on Bedrock. I kind of want to... I'm sure there's a reason we can't do this, but it'd be fun to add this to the next add-on, like a way to actually have functional bells. This is by far the most frustrating part of Minecraft, when you're just running around a village, and the village keeps honking at you, like, why aren't you finding me, you idiot? And you're like, I'm doing my best. Honk, 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 honk. Oh! Chat! What is this? What do I even put this on? What? I feel like that got like hacked into the game or something. So where are they? If they're not in any of the visible holes, then they've got to be in an invisible hole. What are your monstrous opinions, Toycat? Scratch that, you'll be cancelled. My most monstrous opinion. If I had to share it, Dasher, you're forcing me to share it, so I'm just, you know, it's not my fault, it's all Dasher's. If anyone asks. I think my most monstrous opinion is we need to probably have more child death. I think that infant mortality rate being like 0.1%, disaster for the human race. I think we need to have like, I think it would help with like the anxiety of having a child if you knew, like 70% chance he doesn't even make it to 5. Like right now, if you have a child, that's a lifelong commitment. It'd be so much easier if you, so that's like my first monstrous opinion. My second monstrous opinion is that peanut allergies, we need to start feeding people peanuts at birth. Like some people will die, but in exchange, a peanut allergy, it's like one of those things. It's not even good for the people that have them. We are making it, and the evidence suggests that as peanut allergies are growing, it's not like some random gene that's mutating. It's because, like most things, you get, we take vaccines, right? In general. Sorry if I'm using the word we and including you and you don't want to be included. But we take vaccines because we're like, yeah, it's better to be a little bit sick now. Oh, there we go. I found him, chat. Hello, mate. How's it going? Oh, he's got a witch of him, too. So I'm just going to shoot you, if that is okay. If that does please you. That's what I would like to do. The sarcasm is silent. Yeah, it was all silent. It was all just sarcastic. No, I do think I think that to actually get monstrous opinions, you basically have to get to the point where you're saying things that even you don't fully believe in, right? That if someone actually presented you a button, you wouldn't do it. I don't know, like I'm really anti-TikTok. Every single time you hear someone say something wildly misinformed, it's always, where did you hear that, TikTok? So like, and also, every single time you hear someone playing a scrolling video 500 times in a row on the bus, it's always TikTok. Like, the negative effects that TikTok has on society. The peanut thing has been legit published recommendations by pediatricians since 2015. Yeah, it's funny that one is actually a correct opinion. It's all correct opinions, really, right? Like, we have a disastrously low birth rate. But, we know the price of a child. And so how can you lower the price of that child? Child pox parties. Okay, so I'm going to... They would choke and die every time if you gave them a peanut. It sounds like... Also, by the way, very cool. Isn't this nice? Don't I look so cool right now? I'm so stylish. Okay, so let's make sure we're fully fed. Let's whack out our crossbow and let's do it. So yeah, I don't believe anything I just said, chat, except the peanut thing where I'm statistically right. I'm gonna wait till I'm on the right side of history of everything else. You can drive, you don't have to deal with that. You know what? I don't have to deal with peanuts because I can drive. I don't understand, but also I agree. You're right. That's a good point. Toycat becomes an outrage merchant by 26. Yeah, I think I do have a talent specifically for... It's something I try not to use here on YouTube. I think I could specifically go into a room and hurt everyone's feelings. But I could even do so in ways that are purely right? Like, like dogs. I think objectively speaking, like, I think I am in the right on that one. Like, if you have a well-trained dog, no one dislikes your dog. If you think people dislike your dog, either they have some trauma from a dog that was poorly trained at some point, or your dog is really, really poorly trained, and, you're trying to make it into a them issue, and really, it's the dog issue, which, because dogs don't have issues, that makes it a you issue. And peanuts are avoiding... By avoiding things that are bad for us, we are making the world worse, because we don't get immunity from those bad things. I get sick like once a year, chat, and that's like a massive downgrade from most of my life. But there are people who get sick very, very frequently because they weren't exposed to enough sickness when they were younger. And it's a case of like doing... I think that you could broadly take that for like lots of things in society. That our desire to do nice things in the short term sometimes leads to us doing more harm in the long run. I don't know, an example of this might be like, if you have someone who is doing bad things, let's say you got a family member that is, just up to some bad stuff. and you are enabling that family member in some way, you might tell yourself, you know, like, I don't know, like, there are times where you can make someone, so we've got 3 witches. I've never seen this many in a row. Okay, let's go. Stone sword time. Oh, got poisoned. So this is going to take a while to deal with, and I'm not going to be able to. So I'm just not going to. Why put resources to killing people with allergies when there's resources going to gene therapy to eradicate allergies? Don't ask me. Ask the pro people having peanut allergy people. Okay, I had a great time on Monstrous Opinions chat. I think we had a list of controversial opinions yesterday, so let's finish off on those. I think that most of the things we think of as unthinkable from the past 100 years would have been, like, kind for most of history. And I also think that sometimes we make the world a worse place while trying to make it a better place. And also, I think that we have this sense of right and wrong inside of us that we're so sure is objectively right, but actually is entirely based on our cultural upbringing. If you grew up in a society where we ate old people, and that was how you honored them, you would think it is okay to eat people, especially old people, because you are a product of your cultural norms.
First toy cat tax as a thank you for making my days better as a depressed 14 yo 20 now and still love your content. I remember the fail of draining the lava pool. Wow,
yeah, okay, you know what, first of all, fail of draining a lava pool, excuse you. Second of all, thank you so much for the emotional wreck. I'm glad to hear that you are less of an emotional wreck than you were when you came up with that username. It's cool how many people have joined into the streams over the years. I sometimes have moments where I'm like, oh, why am I even making these? Also, like, I'm doing this, chat. I did it. I killed him. So, there's probably a couple of witches left somewhere. I don't know where they are, but we're going to have to go. You're killing me, man. Yeah, I'm going to kill you, and then I'm going to eat you, Dasher. And then you're going to be too spicy because you didn't... You overspiced your noodles. That's what's going to happen. I mean, I would say that Russia might be an interesting example of my point. That we hold democracy so close and dearly to ourselves in the West. And the reason is because we have grown up with people who have told us that democracy is so close and dear, rightfully so. But if you grow up in a society where people have been messing with democracy for long enough, you grow up to be like, is it actually so important? And that is a bad thing. But it is the world we're heading towards. So but that new value isn't better than the old one either. They're both just values. All values, no moral value has a true weight, a true, like, meaning. Also, it takes so long to defeat a raid, chat. It takes so long to defeat a raid. Too long, I might even say. In fact, I will definitely say that this is an unreasonable amount of time for me to be fighting witches. So let's just grab myself a bed, and I'm gonna go move it somewhere else. Also, my inventory management is could do with some work. I will concede. Also, there's no beds in this village. And there's just no beds. And it's rough. 200 trades in this village. Cool. Yeah, there were 3 actually. I was eating the noodles, direct extract for a second. Next time here, I'm gonna kill you. You know, it's my monstrous opinion, killing Dasher. We need sample TC's questionable opinions to narrate his horrific hole video. Man, my hole is not horrific. Excuse you. My hole is beautiful, functional, and educational. Okay, so let's go. Do you see any... I'm so annoyed by this sound-based thing, chat. Can we just say we defeated it and move on with our life? Is that an option? Would love for that to be an option. So this is an axe. Let's take the 2 axes, combine them together. Now we got a better axe. Then, is there someone in here maybe? No, that's a villager. Chat, yeah, what do I do from here? It's gotta be, you know, I bet it's gotta be in one of these holes. I did knock a pillager into it earlier, so maybe he's just in this hole still. No, I bet they could have gone out of this hole. Could be wrong about the... Oh, wow, that is a deep hole. Okay, so are there any witches in this hole? There's a witch, so we're going to shoot the witch just in case that's one of them. Oh, that is! Wow! Okay, so she's going to throw potions at me. But I don't have to care. Hey, okay. So, probably not also down here, right? Do you see a second witch? I do not. Do you see a pillager anywhere? I do not. I see a skeleton, but kind of separate to the point. Okay, so... Yep, there's no pillager in here. But there is my death if I'm not careful. Let's swim up this thing. Your hole is perfect, your thumbnail for however it's cast. Yeah, Harrison was very confused about what to do with it. My lovely child will try to eat the dirt pile from sweeping the kitchen. She's going to have a crazy immune system. Yeah, I think... Like, I don't know. I feel like the adage of what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Really, really, really true. I think there is like a little bit of immune system comes from like your heritable, you know, like some of that is heritable rather than anything else. Come on, where are you? You gotta tell me. You can't just keep honking at me. Is it down here? Chat, how do I possibly find this thing? I am... Is it in here? Do you see any sign of it? I think this is Minecraft's biggest flaw by such a wide margin. This horn is going to be the death of me. I know, it's the death of me already. I spent so long on this boss. I should have even had 2 from it. That's the craziest bit. Okay, so there we go. We'll knock you out, turn you into beef. Turn that beef into... I definitely don't need 3 saddles, by the way. Turn that beef into an inventory slot. Maybe I should actually start eating bread for a bit, and then we'll save the steak for later. Okay. Chat. Where is that noise coming from? How... It was one of these ways. Give us the direction on the screen or something, Mojang. You're killing me. I don't know where to go. Is this my last wave? I think I found my one most irritating thing. It's when the game screams at you, doesn't give you any more information. It's just like, yeah, it's that way. I don't have directionality to my PC speakers, so I have no clue where. It's this way somewhere, presumably. Why doesn't the mob come to me? Why doesn't the mob come to... Why do I have to go to the mob and find in a cave somewhere? Why won't it come and get me? The flaw was your choice of village. Yeah, you know, I'll concede that that is true. Minecraft assumes that villages are on perfectly flat plains. So on a super flat survival, I think they do just great. But you can't have villages on super flat survival. So obviously they don't... Where? Okay, chat, does someone have directional enough audio to tell me where this guy is going to be? Please tell me. I need to know. I'm going crazy. So it's definitely on this side of the village based on where the raid bar disappears. So I can use that knowledge. Always down a hole if you can't find them. Honk, honk, honk. Okay. I'm going to check this hole over here now. It's not big enough for a villager to reasonably be trapped in. But maybe anyway, you know? Maybe that just happened regardless. Are you down here? No. You can't find it while running on the surface. Doesn't ringing the bell outline it, or is that Java? Yeah, it's Java. It's a really cool feature. Would be nice if they brought that to Bedrock. Where? Give me coordinates. Type them in chat or something. Like, don't just yell at me and expect me to understand what verticality is at. I haven't been properly down here. But just in case he's in one of these corners. I just don't see it because I haven't been there. He's definitely not in this corner, chat. He's close, though. Did he just fall all the way into one of these caves? I don't know. I I wish I hadn't... you know, this is the truth, right? You know, like, all of my bosses are less janky than this, chat. There is not a boss in the Boss Blitz add-on that we're going to be fighting today that's like, oh yeah, sometimes it's just like, it's gone in a direction where you won't see it. But it makes a loud honk so you can find which cave it's in. Do you know how much people would like rag on that boss if we had that? Can't you measure by the center of where the raid part disappears? Oh, you should never be this desperate to have access to spectator mode when you're playing Minecraft. I think that's a flaw in the game. If you just sit there thinking to yourself, I wish I could see him. I wish I could see him so bad. Bells will make villagers run to their beds. Okay, I'm gonna ring the bell just to show you, chat. So yeah, well, you know, we've got to go through the tribulations together to enjoy the good. As you can see, no glow. Minecraft hasn't added the glow to Bedrock yet. Yeah, it's so loud too. That's the annoying thing. Like, give me some other direction. Give me something. Give me some other audio. Is it this hole? I've been down this hole. I've been down all the holes now, chat. What more can I do? I am hold out. I wish I hadn't fought the raid. I wish I'd gone for the Pillager Leader. It was louder in that cave. Yeah, I think it was louder in that cave. Right from behind you when you were looking in the pit. You think it's in this big cave here? And then behind me? Does that mean there's maybe a cave up here somewhere that it spawned in? Oh, okay, this is something. This is a cave of some description. Let's run through it. Let's maybe even set up our torches. Yeah, let's... Okay, so this is the cave with the loudest noise. Is it maybe just down like this? It sounds like it's coming from over here. I don't know why it would be. It definitely isn't meant to spawn this low down. Okay, it's vanished again. So there is a... Okay, it vanishes at Y47, chat. So it's about 48 blocks at the bottom of it. So the mob is definitely higher than that. Probably substantially higher. So cat, my ears are gonna... I know, I don't want it either. I want the mob dead. This is... It's such an annoying tone. It is built specifically to annoy me in this one moment. And it's doing a really good job at it. I hear a witch, also directional subtitles. It would be really nice to have directional subtitles on Bedrock 2. But, you know, we also cannot have those. It would be really, really nice. You know, this is why, you know, I actively think that the amount of attention Java gets, because people are worried about the amount of attention Bedrock gets, is actively harmful to Bedrock. I think, like, no one is like, oh, this really cool accessibility feature that we could roll out to 270 million players. So like, that's on the Bedrock version. No one cares when you add things to Bedrock Minecraft. And it's like, but maybe you should. Maybe we should have features that make the game more playable. Because sometimes stuff like this happens. So it stopped at about Y48. Let's see what Y coordinate it stops at up here. Chat, it feels louder up here, right? Do you feel it? Okay, so we're gonna go over here. Hope that it doesn't stop now. Okay, it's definitely high up. If the bottom coordinate is Y48, but we can still see it from Y114, that means that it's at most like 70. Google said it was on Xbox as well. How fast can I beat 13 Minecraft bosses? Spends 38 hours looking for one pillager in a raid. Minecraft is testing me, and I don't know what to do about it. Can we turn it off and on again? Will that save us? Chat, what do you reckon? Have we tried that one yet? It's like I need the subtitles. It's objectively not attacking the village. You should win by default. Yeah, I agree, Beth Alter. Right now, the raid is done. The villages are safe. Okay, I'm gonna leave. And I'm just gonna come back. And I'm gonna see if that magically makes it all work. Chunks are deep and high. Oh, that's good news, right? That's what we want. That's an improvement somehow. Okay. No, it's not. Okay, so yeah. What do we do, chat? I don't think unless I really scour those caves there. But it's probably not in caves. Do I just accept I've defeated the raid? Yeah, we did it, chat. We did it. Ooh. Like, this was such a dumb. I should have just said beat the 10 boss blitz bosses. I think I messed this one up, chat. I think I should have just said, yeah, I did it. I did great, chat. Ooh, me. Aren't I just the greatest at this? Oh, I am so good at killing raids. Oh, it's so loud here, chat. It's so ludicrously loud over here. Is it maybe on this hillside here? No, it could be like in the caves on the hillside. No, we can't let ourselves be drawn into this. Okay, I'm just gonna nudge you. There we go. Okay, so what did we learn today? I've learned I'm never fighting a pillager raid again. You couldn't trick me into doing it. I would not do it. When you give up is when you'll find it. That is how many things work. I suspect not this thing though. At the pillager finder boss. The beauty of these live streams is in how many terrible things will happen sometimes. And now you've got to witness one of them. So, yeah, just a reminder, the most bugged boss we will fight today, not one of the ones built by, 2.5 dudes, using the very limited JSON functionality in Minecraft. It is the one built by the $1 billion indie game company with hundreds of employees, because that is the funny world we live in. I guess there's a village over there which I could use in future, unless I've been here already, but I don't think I have. We could just go fight the moose shark. I think I'm gonna do it, chat. I think I'm gonna go take a risk, and I'm gonna fight the moose shark just so we can say we've got a boss down. So actually, we can already say we've got a boss down. How many bosses have we beaten, chat? Trims obtained. Not that many. Okay, so bosses defeated. Let's whack it on screen. Bosses defeated, and the number is 11. You heard it here correctly. We'll also okay, just change that to 1. Okay, we defeated the raid, chat. Wasn't that good? Didn't you love that? Wasn't that a great experience? Anyone who complains about the Amethyst Golem being easy to cheese, just remind yourself what the raid is like. Okay, we love Toycat's hole. Yeah, my hole is very beautiful. I think it is perhaps the most beautiful. I will be showing off my hole in future videos too, just so you know. Why spend precious time adding directional subtitles to Bedrock when you can spend time deleting immortal pets? I'm amazed how many people are upset by that. I'm happy, but I'm also impressed. You know what I mean? Is that a standard? Is that a feeling people get? But I'm gonna put one of my saddles away, grab some bread, grab the sword for sure. I've got to organize my hotbar. It's like perfectly unorganized right now. And then grab the iron. And that's probably as good as we want. Okay, so we're going to take a bed from here. We're also going to take all of the hay bales. Just keep my infinite food supply moving. Because I left a bed on the ground and I still regret it. So yeah, I could actually, if I wanted to, and I kind of do, we could just fight the moose shark right now, chat. So this is one of the more dangerous bosses. But I have picked up full iron armor from that first fight. You get it by using a salmon as bait for the goat horn. This will summon your good pal, the moose shark. I'll read it just to... This is what I always do before getting a boss, just to make sure I get it right. Goat horn, salmon and bucket, large ocean, swim away from structures. So, oh, we have to go to a deep ocean. So we are going to need to specifically find one of those. I figured we might be lucky with a river, but I would have been wrong. I mean, actually, you know, let's find out. Let's find out if it says it or if it's the reality. Because I love... Nope. Okay, we have to go to an ocean. It's a good goat horn, though. Bundle time. Lots of cats around. You monster, Polly E. You know, I can tell your anti-pet stance from that alone. Terrible opinion. Also, wow, you're right, Dasher. I was filled with anxiety and defeat, but I laid back and daydreamed about Toy Cat's hole, and the bliss and relaxation washed over me like a wave. Thank you, Toy Cat's hole. You're welcome. Shh, I don't want to hear dying cats. Bundle indeed. Okay, so let's now zoom our way across this land. I think a deep ocean won't be too hard to find, but if we do find a pillager outpost on the way, that'd be great. What we're also looking for is, you know, like a woodland mansion would be great for a totem. Oh, that's one of the reasons I wanted the raid. I needed the totem so I could throw it in the lava. Oh, chat, they really ruined me on that one. My whole run is like an hour ruined because of that. And now I feel less bad about how long it took me to find a pillager outpost. That was at least, you know, like a... Oh, whoopsie. That was at least something I could feel bad about. Also, there is an ocean over there. So, hi, Desha. Is Toycat gonna fight a big salmon? I am gonna fight a big salmon. If you'll believe it, I am gonna fight a big salmon. Yeah, I've got this, like, boomer moment in me. Or I've got this moment where I have to prevent myself becoming a boomer. So add-ons are going to become non-disabling achievements in survival worlds, which is going to revolutionize the world of add-ons, right? And so I can either say to myself, nope, never going to do it. Or I can concede, like, okay, in some worlds, I'm going to have add-ons. I think I'm drawing the lines of myself on don't add them to an existing world unless it is a copy still. So you'll never see them in the Let's Play world. But I think starting brand new worlds and using add-ons as an opportunity to give myself a challenge, yeah, I think that's actually pretty awesome. In fact, wait, here's an idea. 100 days of add-ons enabled. You know, can't believe I'm not already doing that, actually. Maybe I should be. Okay, staying on focus, though. Okay, so, there was an ocean all the way over there. Let's make sure we do it. I'd still never do it in a long-term world. Yeah, I agree with that, James Perot. And I hope... I feel like there's a thing where if I stick to my Minecraft boomer opinion of, like, only use them on a temporary world, the same way you might have a temporary creative world, I think people are just going to be like, but they can add fun to survival. Why wouldn't you put them on your survival? I think having, like, I think being able to understand people's opinion so I can better help them, is something that is important for me as a YouTuber. So that's what I'm trying to avoid of this. Make an add-on that disables achievements for add-ons. Now that's a fun idea, Kat. That's a fun idea. Have add-ons reached the same quality as Java mods? Oh, there's a really interesting question, Piotr Kazowski. I think the best way to test that would be Meowsy's mob. It's one of the most sold add-ons, not sold, downloaded add-ons on Java. It has 65 million downloads, which I just take that with a grain of salt. But it has 65 million downloads on Java, and so if the add-on is as good as the mod, then it implies that the most popular mods are about as good as the most popular add-ons. The first wave of add-ons really sucked. I think we were deliberately kind of like standing back for that reason. But add-ons can be pretty decent now. Yeah, like I said, we've just started work on one of the most intense, fully world-changing add-ons, and I'm very excited about it. it's kind of scary to do this. Like, it's like, oh yeah, the soonest this could possibly release will be like September if we're optimistic. Realistically, more like, you know, November. But it's like, it's working on something that has like a timeline that long. I don't think my brain has been able to do it forever. I mentioned this before, but I can't deal with the fact that people are socially planning their lives months in advance. Like, I asked someone, like, hey, do you want to do something in, I think it was my cousin, actually. I asked my cousin, like, oh, can we do something in, there's this thing we both wanted to do forever. Do you want to do it in like, the, you know, first half of April, maybe? They're like, fully booked all the first half of April. How's late May? And I'm like, oh, Christ. That was like a few weeks ago. I am shocked at how some people are able to like plan their lives that far in advance. Because to me, if it's like more than a few days away, it's like not really happening. I feel like most people have that inside of them somewhere, whether you admit it or not, right? Okay, so chat, this is probably the best gear I can have for fighting the moose shark. Let's go do it. So we're gonna go find a salmon. This is a deep ocean, I'm pretty sure. It might be too cold of a deep ocean to find salmon in though. And we're gonna ring the doorbell on the moose shark. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna get some blocks so I can defend myself. Oh, here we go, chat. Okay. Are you ready for this? This is not an early game boss. We should not be doing this with our current gear. I'm just taking out my frustration from the pillager raid. So this is your boy the salmon. And as you ring the goat horn next to the big salmon, he summons his biggest salmon friend. Oh, there he is. Okay, so that is big salmon. And yes, we are going to fight him. So first things first, I think, oh Christ. It's bad enough having a moose shark on you, but it's much worse having some trident wielding dragons. Although actually, oh, okay, yeah, that's why. That's, okay. So the moose shark is at least, okay, there we go. Oh, chat, I'm gonna die. So you can't, oh yeah, I've messed this up. Oh, chat, no, okay. Get me out of this mess. Okay. Maybe I'll survive one more hit, and then I can just heal myself. Okay, so far, not so good, right? So far, definitely not going ideal. I've got 23 steak, though. So where is he? He's nearby, I can tell from the bar. This is a scary salmon. And, yeah, I don't wanna mess this up. My add-ons are mainly storage and tool related, nothing that's OP, just helpful. Yeah, I think that's why, Polly. I think that's why there has to be a distinction between, like, add-ons that feel ridiculous and add-ons that are like, yeah. Well, like, I don't know, like, the health bar add-on is an example of one where it's like, do you really harm yourself by enabling that, you know? In fact, should we go enable it right now? I forget what it's called, but I know I own it. So we'll go to Marketplace. We'll go to... then we go to My Content. By the way, here's something cool. If you go to most popular add-ons, I don't know how they define popular, but we're in the top 60. Oh. We were in the top 60. Now it's only showing 20. Okay, there we go. So yeah, when you buy something, it shows up in the bottom here. But we're in the top 6. I don't know where in the top 60. But that's really exciting to me. So let's go now to My Content. Then let's go to add-ons. And it's going to be called, like, health bars or something. Health bars 1.1. We're going to download it, and we're going to add it to our Minecraft world. And now we'll be able to see how much health our moose shark actually has. Did you set your spawn here, says Bean-Shaped Alley? Yeah, I did. I am aware of the danger that I am in. And I have set my spawn accordingly. So first of all, you are going to have to die. Oh, see, that was great. That little indication right there. Really appreciated that. So I definitely don't need a handbook to learn about health bars. But let's go. So this is a salmon. I'm not going to see his health bar. Where did the moose shark go, actually? We could summon a second one. You know, there's a fun thing about bosses in that they are fully independent, chat, so they will fight. They all want to be the king boss. But yeah, let's ring the goat horn. Let's just get a second moose shark. Okay, there we go, there we go. So while he's focused on killing salmon, I'm gonna go. Okay, go. So he's got 120 health, and I'm dealing 6 damage per hit. 7 damage per hit. So that means I need to attack him just under 20 times. Okay, there we go. Hang out right here. It's a great idea. It's a great idea. So I'm going to try and get far enough away that he doesn't do his disastrous attack on me. But far enough away, close enough that I can still attack back. Okay, so yeah, very scary moose shark. I'll see if I can't. Okay, there we go. You see him? I see him. So he's swimming away so rapidly. He's kind of luring me back in, I think. So if he's at the bottom there. No! Okay, yeah, he did it. He tricked me. He tricked me into the ocean. Okay, go, 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 go. Oh, out, 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 out. I'm gonna taunt him a little bit. Yeah, how you like this? Okay, so we just heal a little bit. Just a tiny little tidbit. And we're gonna jump back in. If he stays near the shore attacking me, that's great. Oh, don't attack me into the ocean. Please, whatever you do. Attack me towards the shore. No! He's so tricky to attack. I kind of love that. I kind of love the... You know, if there was a big salmon, you better believe he would be this manic. Okay, just gonna run back. We are doing good progress, though. That's the good news here. We are making the sort of progress you would like to see. Isn't this nice, chat? Just being able to see how much health a mob has. I think it is. But yeah, it's an example of one that, like, you could argue doesn't really hurt anyone. Oh, wait, no, it's a different moose shark now. This is why you don't summon 2, chat. This is why you do not summon 2. So I need to go and find that second moose shark while trying to avoid the first one. That seems like a hard thing to do. Because it is a hard thing to do. So we'll make a crafting table. And then we'll make an oak boat. And we'll just ride out. Okay, there we go. So that's the guy with more health. Oh, no, that's the guy with less health. I don't know why we can see the guy with more health bar. Okay. Okay. Only one moose shark at a time, I say. Okay, I'm getting out of it. Don't. If I get whacked by the second one, it's just game over. Get me out of it. Get me out of it. Don't. No, 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 no. Oh. Okay. That was bad. It wasn't ideal. Don't get me wrong. And you can see they're both next to each other. Yeah, that is really the opposite of what we want right now. So, yeah. We have... It's interesting. Okay, there we go. Oh, no! And he can attack me through this wall. So even as I go into this ravine, I'm still not safe. But he hasn't followed me. We're fine. Oh, might want to place that bed again. Yeah, you know, that's smart. That's a good idea. I think we are getting closer and closer to maybe needing... that respawn point. So there's the salmon. He's hanging out at the bottom of the ocean. You know, he's a bottom feeder. But let's, okay, no! Okay, I was not expecting him to just charge at me like that. Go, 4 more hits, 4 more hits. Oh, it's so hard to, no! I can't believe it's gonna be the drowns of all things that get me. No! I have to go, I have to finish it. I have to finish it. 1 more hit. Oh! I survived, chat. I did it. I got my raw salmon. And I've got a head in there too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there we go. This is my moose shark head. The biggest of big salmon, if you will. Very, very, very delighted to see that. But now I'm gonna just throw away my raw salmon. I want to love them, but I don't need them. And we're gonna say that's 2 bosses defeated, chat. I'm impressed we did it that easy. P-bed and big salmon. What a wonderful combination. There truly is no better combination. 2 bosses down. Just 11 to go, chat. So the Pillager Outpost is probably my next bet because I do need to have that. As you'll know, I need to get my hands on the totem to be able to feed it to lava for the blazing. I am kind of worried about that fight with my current gear. But if we did the moose shark, we can do anything, chat. If we did the moose shark, we'll be able to do anything. Yeah, very, very scary times. Very scary times. So, I hope that you're having a wonderful evening, chat. I think the moose shark thing's really interesting because from that, even though I thought it was a cool fight, I would say it's interesting the health bars stopped working. Like, I thought it was just that you could only see 1 health bar and not 2. But then I couldn't see either health bar when I could see it directly. That could be the health bar add-on, but it's something we can now work on. And it's a reason why doing these from pure scratch is not just useful for progression, but I also get to... I feel like first-hand experience is great. That's about as broken as we got there, relative to the Pillager raid. But yeah, let's go do some stuff. I don't know where to best look for a Pillager outpost, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna roll this way and see what it is. You didn't pick up your bed, says Jenny Thorpe. It's because I know I'm gonna pass by another village, and I do want to keep my spawn. I was still worried I might get randomly attacked by the moose shark. You never know when it's gonna happen to you, so you'd better be prepared, like it might be any moment. Are you gonna stream Wednesday? Says Lego Show TV. Probably depends on the snapshot. Okay, so let's get on a horse. Slow horse, don't want it. Slow horse, also don't want it. You know, I'll get on a slow horse just for now, because it's a way to use up my saddle, you know? Yeah, this is... It's so funny when you get horses like this, like... Who are you for? What is your value? I would love to know. Oh, interesting. So the horse's health bar doesn't follow him. Again, this isn't my add-on. This is by Orville Studios. So I have to let them know about this one, apparently. Yeah, it's so weird. Oh, this is making me uncomfortable. The health bar just kind of like looming backwards. I guess it tries to like update, but it can't follow the mob perfectly. Chat, does this make you uncomfortable too? Let me know if it does. Speedrun to end wings, like trim speedrun. Yeah, I think you might be right that that's the best move to make. Yeah, honestly, maybe you are right, WebSpeed. I was thinking Pillager Outpost, but if we do find a decent portal, like the first one we had, maybe we should just go through it. I think that is not a terrible idea. So I'm going to take off this saddle, get off this horse, and we're going to roll. I'm going to be out most of the day. Oh, you're going to miss it. The 1.20, 1.80 betas are most likely starting that day. And I am excited. I have much excitement about it. So, yeah, I am now going to roll this way. What's in here? Piece of bread. What's over here? Probably a bed. So, yeah, oof, it seems to jump okay at least. Yeah, I feel like for some people jumping might be more important than speed. But especially early game, we all need speed way more than jumping. So I'm now going to kill the golem, because I think just picking up iron is... Oh, that's very fun to see as hell. Okay, so let's go. Easy, 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 easy. It's so interesting seeing that health bar, like, I guess 10.5 health rounds unevenly when you do criticals, but it was still interesting to see that, right? So now we'll throw this in there. But yeah, you could make an argument. Even the health bar add-on, which I used as my example of quintessentially doesn't add anything that makes you more powerful. Kind of does though, right? Because if you think about it, like, this information isn't meant to be public. You're not meant to be able to see that. It like, I was able to know that I should kill the boss because it was just 3 more sword hits. In a way that I wouldn't have known otherwise. So the moose shark was easier because I could see it had 21 health, as opposed to, oh god, I'm about to die, I'd better get out there. And in theory, you could learn that knowledge yourself, but even the most mundane add-on that exists, still, arguably, makes your game easier in a way that it shouldn't. So there's my fun argument for the day. So let's get on the horse. This one goes faster than before. Not by a lot, but like definitely like it's gonna be faster than sprinting, I hope. And also he looks like he jumps high. Nope, it's just a high jumper. Let's jump him off this cliff, I guess. Oh, he only has 15 health. Again, that's information that you can have yourself. Although it's information that's kind of broken when you show it off. Now I'm done breeding all the pandas, I might try to breed the perfect horse. Yeah, I think I would enjoy trying to breed a perfect horse, Dasher. That should be my next little silly survival project. Oh, yeah, that was weird. Did you get a bed? I did not get a bed. I should have gone to bed. It's okay. Also, how many pumpkins are there? And how many should there be? So I'm going to just put the horse on a pillar here. I just want to make the horse not leave. Which we should be able to do if we place a block there. I'm pretty sure the horse won't just jump off that. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So yeah, I find fence posts to be a bit of a pain, whereas this is a very reasonable, logical thing that people do. Now let's go ahead and... Should I put this on? It gives me jump boost, which is nice. But I think I'd rather have the armor. Or would I actually? I've got 7 armor shanks with this. I've got 6.5 with this. So early game, it would have been really cool to have this, chat. But for now, I'm just going to have to keep it on me as I go to the Nether. Because I do think that there's a chance I get some real value while I'm in there. So let's make a portal. It will require so much horse murder. Whoa, no, you take the horses and you put them in another part of your world. You know, I don't know. That's what I think you should do at least. Okay, so the way we do this is we replace the goat horn with our planks. And then we place our planks over there. And then we start stacking up. I think over here, I always do this wrong. I should learn. But isn't it more fun to do it wrong? And then let's move this because we actually need to make this go down. There we go. I did it, chat. Didn't mess it up either. So that's progress. Then let's fill in the portal. Is it filled at the bottom? Yes, it is. Now we're just missing 1 block, which we can do by kind of just messing it up, honestly. Perfect. Okay, so let's go to the Nether, chat. I've got the wood in place. Now I'll just put these in place and wait for them to burn. I'll also have to do something about the water, I guess. Okay, so burn, baby, burn. Yeah. Okay, so I always have to remember to bring lava with me to the Nether, and I also have to remember, turn down your render distance before you go to the Nether, or your game breaks. I do not like that it breaks. It is not reasonable that it breaks, but it breaks. Take that, pathfinding. Any fun videos coming soon? No. I'm exclusively making bad videos for the next few weeks. No, I got really close, Dasher. I got really, really close to the Let's Play week of just Minecraft Let's Play, Minecraft Let's Play, Minecraft Let's Play. I think as a work of art, it is something that I should do. But also, ooh, yeah, very interesting to see. But as a real thing, it is not something I'm doing. Yeah, I'm working on a video. So I've got if I'm leveling with you, you know, I think I am. So I mentioned this stress that I have internally of like, oh, this thing has taken so long. Therefore, I feel like I've now gotten to that point with like a lot of like editing stuff. Like a lot of, you know, like editing work that is being done for me is like, oh yeah, this is very exciting. But like I am now like, there are some videos that I put like so much like heart and soul into that I want the world to see. But it's like, no, we gotta wait for them to like finish. We gotta make sure they're good first. But it's like, no, but I want you to see my issues of Minecraft being commercialized, or you know, like we've got there's some really, really, really fun ones. I try not to think about them because it just stresses me. And that's a dumb thing to say. Like, there's this video I'm so excited for everyone to see, but I'm stressed out that you can't see it yet. Yeah. So it's weird actually, like trying to like focus on the past, like what already exists. But I love that people are enjoying Superflat the movie. That to me gets me excited about upcoming streams. So Cat is the only YouTuber who would freely admit to making nothing but bad videos for a few weeks. Yeah, I've decided that good videos just aren't gonna cut it anymore. So we're going to be making a bunch of bad videos. I hope you don't mind. And then when we're done with the bad videos, we might make a few mediocre videos and see if they're like good by comparison. You know, like test the waters on that one. More seriously, yeah, the things I'm most excited about right now, besides the... So I've got 2 separate video essays, both of which were like monstrously long to create. I'm excited about the Minecraft live stream, and I'm excited for the week that the spring drop comes out. I'm planning... Should I make this my public announcement? I've hinted for a while that I might do this, but I decided this week, after seeing the Super Flat reaction, I think we're gonna have to do it. I think that we are gonna survive in hardcore on Super Flat. I think I want to be the first person to do the brand new challenge. It's ludicrous, it's silly, but it is possible. And so I wanna make sure that I do precisely that. So yeah, that's probably gonna be like the Friday after the update comes out, because I wanna do like some other update stuff in my Let's Play world and stuff. But we will be starting hardcore flats soon. Also, I'm excited about the Igloo thing. So you might be wondering, like, where is the Igloo series? The long story short of it. Oh, hello, Mr. Piglin. The long story short of the Igloo is we are doing the calculations right now on where is best to head. We've got a you know, I want to be clear. I'm working with Crack Magnet. He is the best of the best on this stuff, and he has got a very complicated algorithm to work out what terrain is above Y200 that is worth going for, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Also, yeah, this Nether is not helping me in the slightest. I've never been in such a big biome of this variety, and it's kind of nice, but I don't think it's helping. I think, yeah, if I had an Elytra, that would be nice. I'm not making any progress towards one right now, but you know, maybe I would be if I. Yeah, let's think more positively. Let's just try heading in the directions we can head, and see what that does for us. So just bridge across here. Oh, there we go. That's a warp forest. Yeah, the optimism. It's working. You just gotta have enough of a cope inside of you, and you'll do great. The bonus about Super Flat Hardcore is that lava can't kill you. Yeah, but creepers still can poly. That's the dangerous line that I have to tread. Also, 1 million slabs, says Websby. 1 million slabs is not an impossible number that we might have to come up with. Something you should keep in mind. I wish you could help me find a good seed for my next season of my SMP toy cat. Yeah, that is a that's a fun idea, huh? I was thinking actually about seeds recently, because I was like, I think my 2 favorite seeds ever are the caveman seed. Oh, okay, I'm screwed. I think my 2 favorite seeds ever are the caveman seed and the igloo seed, because they allow for so much fun gameplay. You know, I think they're an example of like emergent gameplay mechanics. Minecraft, Mojang never pictured that seed would be found and allow for such a fun challenge. I will place 1 million slabs, and I will place 1 million more. Yeah, only works with that very particular British accent, but it's great. Yeah, I would love to see you do an amplified hardcore series. Weirdly, I don't think amplified hardcore is actually that hard. I think what I like about a challenge is when it's like, when it looks like it's impossible to do anything and having to like theory craft to solve it. That's what I loved about the Igloo series. And that's where what I'm loving about other stuff that we're up to. So yeah, this is the edge of the warp forest. I could just get my ender pearls in here, and then I could go find a nether fortress and be good with my life. Is that a terrible idea? I don't think so. So let's put this down. And let's start killing some Endermen. I'm going to look at a bunch of Endermen. And I'm going to lure them into a spot where they won't teleport away. Okay, I'm not going to stand anywhere near a biome where there are magma cubes that want my guts, though. So let's go... Yeah, we can't be here, because if you're somewhere where there's land above you, Endermen won't correctly teleport to you. They teleport, like, above you. It's strange. Oh, actually, you can put them in boats now, though, right? So if I have my boat, which I don't... Wait, yeah, chat, okay. New cheese method. Let's do it. It's been forever since I've even tried to do this. But let's take advantage of the new 1.20, 1.60 cheese. Stop teleporting away. I'm trying to cheese you, don't you know? So yeah, previously Endermen could teleport away from boats. But now they get in the boat, which means if you attack them, it's just an easy way to kill an Enderman and get an Ender Pearl. Isn't that lovely? So we'll break the boat. The boat doesn't have a health bar, weirdly enough. We're going to put aside our hat, which for some reason was there. And then we're going to go find some more Endermen. Ideally 2 at a time. That would be the real dream, wouldn't it? So, just put you in it. I guess we could even, like, we could go a step further and we could deliberately lure Endermen to us, knowing that as long as I put the boat between me and them, they'll walk right into it. So, you see in any chat? Build a white archway that leads to a warp forest and name it the Ender Pearly Gates. See, that's a great build idea right there, Dasher. I'm loving it. You should add that to your Minecraft world, I think. Weirdly enough, I think oh, so that guy's on low health. I'm gonna look at him, and you should chase me now. So I just sit on the other side of this boat to him. Oh, he didn't get in the boat. Okay, he's gotten in the boat. This guy's not in a boat, though. I've got to also stand far enough away from the boat that I don't get attacked by it. Okay, so we bounce him off a few times. And then eventually he just walks into the boat. Yay! 2 Endermans just chilling in a boat. You know how it is. And we got to make sure we attack them regularly. Lovely. Isn't that great? You know, give Mojang some credit for that feature. Very lovely. I saw someone suggest in a comment that, like, oh yeah, you know the cheese hint we saw forever ago? Maybe that cheese hint was that Mojang were bringing back the Enderman cheese. And it's like, you know, they did. It's just as likely as any other theory. Left size of inventory is an oak boat. Oh, you're wrong, but you're right, Rye Guy Rick Murphman. You're wrong, but you're right, and I'm happier. I'm happy for you to be wrong but right in that way. I hate when people are wrong but right in the technically but not very useful way. You were wrong technically but right in the useful way. And that is the much better way to be. Okay, so you are going to just walk into that boat. Yes, yes you are. And I'm going to just attack. If I do it while spinning, I avoid any real risk of danger. And then you come over here too. Oh yeah, come do it. You can do it. Honestly, I think getting an Ender Pearl has gotten so much easier now. I could go for the rest of these right this moment, but I think finding a Nether Fortress is more important to me. So we're going to bounce away and we'll come back for more of these later. If I trade for some Ender Pearls too, that would be nice. Actually, let's go for one more. Let's just show my talent. Because it's literally, all it takes is 4 critical hits for 9 sword and you get an Ender Pearl. That's absolute value, if you ask me. Andrew, Cheese Andrews. Might be time for a cheeseburger, says Webspeed. Double kill. Okay, so as long as we get our first hit as a critical, we're never that far off being able to murder him. Do you see him? I don't see him. Okay. Let's go for another one, despite the risk that this presents. Okay, I'm just going to put down a boat. Put down a boat. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is why you don't do exactly what I just did. Okay, he's in the boat. Is he going to stay in the boat? I hear a ghast. Oh, okay, thank God. What incredible timing. Oh, yeah, that was good. That was very good. So let's now go off into the the basalt delta. It's not a fun biome, but it might contain a Nether fortress. And so we're going. We're going. Also, thank you, Dasher, for the Nether portal coordinates. Coordinate queen for a reason, I say. So let's climb up this tall stack right here and see where that leads me, I guess. But Boss Blitz is now available in the marketplace if you search IBX toy maps. Oh, do you want to know something really cool? This is one that's personally quite exciting for me. The reviews, I think we're like the 29th best reviewed piece of content on the marketplace. I'm like, oh sorry, add-on on the marketplace out of 500 something that exist. I'm really happy how much people like it. I think it's great. You know, literally like I spent so long like trying to like self-harm by reading like needless criticism, and like, you know, because when someone's like educationally critical, you've got to be like, oh, maybe they've got a point. But if someone says like, no, it's stupid, you're like, ah, nah, they're stupid. But I think the worst critique that I want to take into account for like the next version is genuinely the Amethyst Golem is too easy to cheese, and the no early game boss is something that like I kind of get. Because when people say they don't like the bosses, they look too vanilla style, it's like that's the point. The whole goal. You've proven how good we are at what we do that you don't. You noticed it so strongly that you thought it was a negative, but that's how strongly, you know, like that's how deliberate we are about it. By the way, that's why you want a safer place, just in case they hit you. You know what, Tyler? I spend my life in an endless cycle of why do I even do this versus, oh god, that's why I do this. I feel like this is my Minecraft version of I'm never drinking again, where you say like, oh, I'm never gonna drink again, and then, you know, the next week, you know, someone says, oh yeah, there's gonna be some alcohol involved, and you're like, yeah, sure, why not? Small side note, does anyone feel like alcohol has become a luxury at some point? And you know, I guess second side note, is that like a good thing? That's my interesting thought. Like, it hit me recently, like, buying a drink with a meal basically doubles the... I think I was at a friend's birthday party, and we had this idea of, like, yeah, the reason I don't like to, like, have a drink with a meal is because it doubles the price of a meal. Like, but weirdly, you know, like, having 5 drinks over the course of an evening feels more reasonable, but I think that's, like, you know, like, man economics. What is the name for that? Manconomics? Ecobroconomics? Ecobromics? Manomics? Man maths? That might be the word I'm looking for. Where you're like, oh, if I make enough poor decisions in a row, each individual decision becomes less poor. It's like, not quite, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. So I think I should get another boat out. I think they're too perfectly located to not go for them. Okay, so come get me. Come get me. You two. Since you're over there. Oh god, chat. Okay, so we're gonna lure you in here too. Oh god, chat, I've got 2 Endermen on the large now. This is why we don't do this, I guess. Okay, so that was actually pretty easy. Now we're just gonna put down the sprouts, and we're gonna go back for this. Living has become a luxury, fortunately, one I can afford so far. Hey, you know, affording living, you know, in these times of expensive costs of living, being able to afford being alive, that is quite the luxury. You know, I think one of the more radical but true, or like one of the radical things I think I've come to accept is that a lot of what feels like material increase in wealth is actually increase in monetary supply. Like, I think this is the thing where, like, inflation gets everyone for it, right? Like, when prices went up 10% and your salary goes up 10%, you still feel worse. Because every time you feel like you have more money until you actually spend it, and then you don't. There's you know, like, it's the same reason if you multiplied our currency by 1,000, everyone would be 1,000 times wealthier, and then no one would be, right? And everyone would feel slightly worse. Because I don't know if I could bring myself to pay, you know, £2,999.99p for a Big Mac. I don't know that I could bring myself to do it. I would like to tell myself that I'd still have the Big Macs. I could still afford the same number of Big Macs with my, you know, it would feel worse. Also, alcohol's expensive now though. Q Titanic Moon. It's true though. Yeah, I wonder if that's like a positive social change. So something I'm like a big believer in is that we tax things because we don't want people to do them. And so if you've ever looked at the price of alcohol, I think it's second only to like petrol for what % of the price is tax. Like ignoring the fact that it costs tax to like physically produce, you know, in the same way that every time I pay people, I have to pay tax on the money to get the money, and then the employees have to pay the tax when they get the... Ignoring that level of things, right? Ignoring the fact that you pay VAT or sales tax when you buy the bottle. It also, like, there's a lot of duties on alcohol. Like, there's a lot of taxes specifically on it. And the clever thing about taxes is they're really good at disincentivizing behavior, which is why we put taxes on, like, tobacco and gambling. In fact, really high taxes on tobacco. Like, relatively speaking, we have very, very high taxes relative to the price. Because if there is money to be made from this sinful product, at least it should go to the public good rather than anything else. But what I think is really weird is we apply that logic and everyone agrees, like, oh yeah, we should tax things we don't want more. But then we also all say, like, and that includes income. When you earn money, you should pay 20, maybe 40, maybe even 45% tax on that. And I think that's, like, one of the weirdest, like, commonly held... like, two beliefs that, like, aren't congruous to each other. Kind of like the, I don't know, it's kind of like the fact that, like, everyone's like, yeah, live and let live. You should be able to do what you want, until people are like I am, like, the biggest advocate for that. Until you play TikTok on the tube, and then I'm like, oh, playing TikTok on public transport, you're the reason why we need to have, you know, like, death squads. You know, someone walks too slow on the pavement, and I'm like, you know, the death penalty sure was a bad decision to repeal that, huh? My mother could buy a Coke or chocolate bar for 5 cents. I could buy the same for 25 cents. They now cost at least $2. But I think the actual thing you should ask is, did your mother make... So if she made 5 cents and if she pays 5 cents, you pay $2. That means you pay 40 times more than her. But does your mother... Okay, I'm just going to shoot this guy. If you are paying 40 times more than your mother, did your mother make 40 times less than you? Or do you make 40 times more too? You know, you get what I'm saying? Also, they're all just falling off. Is that good? It doesn't seem good, does it? I'm just going to keep shooting. I'm going to keep shooting. I'm going to see when that works out in my favor. So yeah, they do just keep choosing to go down there, which is very easy to wipe them out from it, thankfully. We'll also wipe you out. Just lava them all to death. Honestly, I think the health bars make this so much more satisfying, chat. I think the health bars are a key part of what makes this great. I paid no taxes, still got almost 10k from the government because I am broke and have still had kids. You know, so that's like the reverse. You'd argue, you know, if we disincentivize alcohol with taxes, do we incentivize children by giving people money for them? Or is that a negative effect too? Because I feel like we do... Okay, so let's throw that on there. Yeah. Okay, that's... Yep. Put it on. Yep. Great. It's funny how slow it is to die by lava when you have 50 health. But I think we probably did a decent job. I need to get some block out. I'll use sand. And now let's go see if there's some goodies in here. I feel like the bastions have some of the best goodies in the game, if you're able to get them. Oh yeah, like that amount of obsidian, you just don't find that elsewhere, you know? Smite on a sword? Sure, I'll take it. This amount of gold, probably not worth going for. An ancient debris? They're trying to kill me, chat. They're trying to give me too much stuff to clunk up my inventory. And I don't know what to do about it. Okay, so way more obsidian. Another sword, this time with sharpness. A diamond shovel. I definitely will take that. In fact, let's finally organize the inventory. Let's do it, chat. Let's sit down with ourselves and say, what do we need? So, hoe on the left slot? No, I think shovel on the left slot. Then after that, we'll go for this. I think this is the logical way my inventory should be organized. And you'll have to fight me if you disagree. How about that? Is that good? Nah, that's pretty good, I'd say. Oh, I love raiding bastions. Lava is a great friend to bring for these occasions. Yeah, I love raiding a good bastion too. I think that went really smoothly as well, if I'm being honest with you. So we'll just kill this guy, just in case he ever rebels against me. Then let's go to the second bastion. Just a reminder, I'm allowed to go into bastions when hungry. It's only Nether fortresses that I have to repent from. So, sorry. Oh no, I've got to say sorry to myself soon. I'll hit you. So I'm sorry. Nothing personal. Oh, a netherite upgrade too. So we could... No, we're not going to grab the netherite. I mean, we should store this in our brain, but I definitely don't need it right now. I've got golden carrots to last for a lifetime. And I've got a sharpness 2 sword. That's much better than smite 1. I kind of want to combine the swords in an anvil, but I can't do that either. Yeah, let's just say this was... Oh, no! Chat. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, so that was easy, though. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab the golden carrots. I've now got more golden carrots than I know what to do with. And I'm going to put the leads away. I think I'm going to put the golden hoe away, too. And then I'm going to grab that netherite upgrade. I think it's too valuable to just leave hanging around. Trim your armor with netherite. Now that would be an on-brand decision. Say what you will about it. It would be exactly on-brand. Okay, so let's now just bridge over to another biome. It was nice being here, but I would like to not anymore, if I can. So we'll just slowly break down. And let's see where we go. Okay. So the Nether Fortress is where we're heading, so we can go to the end to do some more fun things. And that should be a good spot to keep us moving from. Children are good because they pay future taxes. So, like, when you retire, their taxes support you. Yeah, there's a... you know, this is like a sociology class that I'm accidentally gonna deliver during a Minecraft boss run. But, like... Effectively, the model used to be the only way you could ever look after yourself in your old age was to save enough money, which most people knew they wouldn't do, or it was to have children and have your children support you. That would work because your children you consume less when you're retired. You probably paid off your house, and so your children could give you what you needed without breaking their own bank. This is still how it works in a lot of like Asian and African cultures. Like, the expected thing is that you will pay for your mother to have nice things when she retires. Anyway, so what is weird is when we invented the idea of like retirement being like a government function, we effectively did this. We socialized this on a societal level, which is reasonable on the level of like, oh yeah, well, if you have kids that are deadbeats, or if you have kids and they die, maybe fighting a war for your country, then it's reasonable that you should get money in your old age anyway. But what this also means is we disentangled the link between having children and the future of your economic system, which you're going to rely on to have nice things when you retire. And so now people don't have children, but they do expect nice things when they retire. And that is a problem because those nice things are paid for by the children paying taxes. And if you don't have enough children paying taxes, you're in a problem. It's the fundamental death spiral for society that we're all a little trapped in. And I do not know what a reasonable way out is. I just know that it's wild that it's happening, huh? Okay, I think my kids might actually still care about me when I'm ancient and pathetic. See, and so right now, effectively, they pay... I don't know what % of retirement in the US budget is, but in the UK, it's like 1 in every £6 spent is basically straight to pensioners. So effectively, your children could be paying, you know, like 1/6 less tax and just give that money to you. But there are a lot of people who had no children but get the sick of other people's, and there's people who had like 15 children and who could be like having a very nice retirement, or whose children could be having a better life because they could give it back, but instead they are. It's a transfer of security from people who have no children to people who do, or people who have children to people who don't. Which is really interesting as a concept. I'm kind of curious, did you enjoy the streams you did in the past, like 2020? Or do you like them better now? Or is there no difference in your eyes? So, I think my favorite era of streaming was the doing something random for XX minutes. I really like freeform. I like feeling freeform in what I can do. But the actual, I think we've got that in this stream. We've got that in my survival streams. We've got this even when I play around other stuff. I think my favorite streams, though, are always ones where I feel like I finished it and I'm like, I think people might enjoy watching that back. And that's a weird thing to say that that's not always true, but I think statistically I have the numbers that show that more people like watching some streams than others. And so the ones that fill me with the most, like, long-lasting joy are always the challenge streams. That's why, like, I'm so excited about doing super flat hardcore, right? That's my kind of take. It's too bad that Toycat never actually fought the Pillager Leader, says Agent Mindstorm. Hey, good to see you! Oh no, okay. Okay, I might die. I really might, chat. It's a non-zero possibility. Okay, we did not. Yeah, but I messed it up, Agent. I was going for I was like, oh yeah, so if I wait till the raid starts, then kill the villager, I can have my cake and eat it too. But I neither had my cake nor ate it. I let my cake go stale, and then I killed a villager for no reason. And, you know, there's something in that we could learn about. Also, buy stocks in war. Hot take. Oh, a lot of people... Okay, this is really commonly held knowledge that war is good for the economy. But it's because you're funneling vast amounts of it into certain industries. And those industries have historically been high research and development. So, an interesting example of this is the US military spending is good for the economy when it results in things like GPS. If you don't know GPS, it used to be just for military, so they could work out where a missile is in the world, like they could track it perfectly. And so they put so much research into how you would do that. If you think about it, how do you know where any device is on the planet at any point in time? Like, working out the answer to that question takes a lot of time by itself. And then what's even crazier, so the actual answer, if you're curious, is the easiest way to work out exactly where you are is for you to send a request to satellites out in orbit. And if you can get 3 separate satellites, the time it takes you to reach each of those satellites will be different because they'll be differently located from you. And by using 3 separate satellites, you can narrow someone, you know, like, by sending 3 requests out, the time you get those requests back, let's say one's in 5 seconds, one's in 6 seconds, one's in 7 seconds, just to be easy, you know that you're really close to the 5 seconds, quite close to the 6, and far away from the 7, and that data can genuinely be used to perfectly work out your location. So working that out, like doing the maths on how that all works, really expensive. Then, you know, like, what's crazy about it is, well, you need to have 3 satellites above everyone on Earth at all times. So you have to spend, you know, billions, if I'm not mistaken, launching all those satellites. And then once you've done the research and you develop the satellites, it can sit as, you know, more or less defense tech, or you can open it up to the civilian sector. But what isn't good for the economy is if we say, let's spend $1 billion on arming some men from Missouri with an assault rifle, so that way, when the men from another place with assault rifles come, our men can go shoot their men. I think drawing the distinction between those two things is one of the most important things that we don't do when we say war is good for the economy. And so, if you think there is a war coming, you better hope it's only going to be good if we need to tech up to defeat the adversaries and not just spend more on basic soldiers. And right now, what's interesting is the depressing thing is the most return you can get for your dollar. Hey, a Nether Fortress! We found one. The most return you can get for your dollar in military spending, if you want to like fight your adversaries, it's not in men with assault rifles or it's not in men with assault rifles. It's not even in fighter jets or making a new way to track someone's location. It's like the new warfare that's actually defining the world is more or less cyber war. Like the thing that Russia and China are doing extraordinarily well, that I think we in the West are trying to catch up on, is being able to like destabilize your opponents by using the internet. You know, like I think that, you know, like AI advancement. Oh, okay, let's stop doing that. Okay, yep, that's not gonna. I'm gonna go down there, and I'm just gonna go back up on the other side. This might kill me, actually. Okay, it's fine. I'm thinking the Civil War was rather bad for the American economy. Definite self-harm. I actually don't know if that's true. I would suspect that it is, but I think that's a good example of a war. Like, that is a war where you split the economy in half for 5 years, took a bunch of people out of productive work and put them in holding the, you know, the 19th century equivalent of assault rifles. And then, you know, like, how bad is that for an economy? I would suspect bad, but is it? Yeah, probably. Okay, so we're gonna mine through this wall to get into the Nether Fortress. That's how we're gonna do it. Also, Hungry Toy Cat entering a Nether Fortress. Indeed. You know, we made a rule for ourselves that we wouldn't do it. I'm not actually hungry in the slightest, chat, but I am here to tell you. Oh, this is nice. Okay, I am here to say that this is a nice place for us to end today. So we've gotten to 2 out of the 13 bosses in our first 2.5 hours. But now that we're about to get IF Enders, we're about to be able to, like, you know, make some nice steps forwards. I do think we'll start to be able to, like, mop up some bosses, because we can start brewing potions now we found our way here. And so that is precisely what we're going to start doing. I'll drop the torch on the ground so I can pick up the blaze rod. And next time, you can catch me continuing that. In the meantime, though, just remember how great... Oh, I should not go that way. In the meantime, though, just remember how great I look. Oh, yeah. Aren't I the most stylish internet cat you've ever seen? I think this is such a ridiculous outfit. I feel like I'm laughing at something that I don't know what. But I also know that I hope you enjoyed this video, chat. Have a great evening. And if you haven't watched the Let's Play yet, you statistically should. Wait, let me see how many people have watched the Let's Play. Yeah, again, just a reminder, thank you for everyone who has checked out Boss Blitz and apparently made it the 29th best rated add-on of all time. That's something I think I'm very proud of. I hope Agent is too. And I hope that you are proud of something you've done today, because I'll see you in the next one. Go check out the Let's Play, though. I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's a good Let's Play. Do you think it's a good Let's Play? You know, go watch the Let's Play and then let me know. Perhaps you could let me know after you've played with the video. Thank you, and goodbye, Isaac Clark, Addon Sony, Shy Guy, and Bird for Life. I'll see you tomorrow for some more news. And then on Wednesday, we'll be starting the next preview cycle, it looks